All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? CamJNetwork, man. Back, y'all already know what it is, man. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man, is lit. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm excited for this one, man, for sure, man. Definitely, man. Let's see who in the building, man. I see my dog, all things in the building. Salute to my dog, all things, man. One of the YouTube goats out here, man, for sure. You know what I mean? And then my brother Shell, I see you in the building, my dog Shell, man. I know my boy Shell, man. He been popping his shit about Bud, man, the last couple of weeks, man. I know he ready for Saturday, man, for sure, man. Facts, man. Salute to my dog Shell, man. Lee Jackson in the building. What's good with you, my dog? What's good, brother? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? You know what I mean? John Sanders, my dog, Louisville Slugger. What's good, my boy? What's good? William Old School, my dog, Louisiana, man. Hey, the Saints, man. Gotta get it together, William, man. Gotta get it together, man. Them Saints. LSU looking good, though. LSU definitely looking good, though. I gotta say that, though, William. Them LSU Tigers, they looking good right now, for sure. For sure. You know what I mean? But salute to my dog, William Old School, man. One half of Angry White Man Boxer Podcast, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brothers, man. D1 and William Old School, man. My guys, amazing content on the boxing shit, man, for sure, man. So we already know, man. So we got 7 in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Please hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, please. Because the algorithm on YouTube is janky right now on all of us boxing content creators right now, man. They got this shit fucked up right now, man. So please hit the like button, man. I'm going to definitely keep encouraging throughout the whole entire show to hit the like button, man, for sure. Because we definitely need to get this content most definitely around the YouTube spaces around here. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? What he was good. He said, unfortunately, going to be a while. The Saints are in real rebuild mode. Yeah, they definitely a big rebuild mode, man, for sure, man, for sure. All right, man. So let's go and get to some shit, man. Let's go and get to it. So got this content ready, man, today for the day show, and let's get it started with some news that I've already reported before, but I'll report it once again. So, right here. So, today, Mike Coppinger, he was on the new show that Ring Magazine has called Inside the Ring, and he reported that Pitbull and Lamont Roach is finalizing a fight in December for 140-pound fight, which is y'all remember Pitbull Cruz is the WBC interim champion at 140. So I'm assuming that he gonna put that title on the line. So you got Lamont Roach here and Pitbull Cruz. They're getting close to finalizing a fight right now, man. And this is a fight that I've reported, my brother Elder reported, multiple of us already done reported the last week and a half that was in the works. You know what I mean? But it's definitely coming into you know real view right now, man. So Lamar Rose, Pitbull Cruz, almost finalized for December. And I'm already thinking, y'all remember I mentioned that they're already talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero for December. Pitbull Cruz is a Manny Pacquiao fighter. He just fought on Manny Pacquiao's card with Mario Barrios, in recent time. And so with Pitbull Cruz, him fighting, on Manny Pacquiao's last card with Barrios, definitely, you can definitely see Pitbull Cruz probably fighting him and Lamont Roach on the undercard for Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero for December. So pay attention to that, man. It may be a co-main event possibly for that Rolly and Manny Pacquiao card that they talking about possibly. So definitely something interesting, to see. And it's crazy. Lamont's moving up to 140 to fight Pitbull for this fight, by the way, just to let y'all know. For some of the people that be talking, the 130 shit and him moving up, Tank moving him up and all of that shit. Well, this fight, he's moving up to 140 to fight Pitbull, dog. Yeah, I mean, so it just shows how, big the guy truly is, for sure. Mr. Altruistic was good, my dog, man. Salute, brother. Salute, brother. We just getting started, man, on the first topic right here. Pitbull Cruz, Lamont Roach, almost finalized for December. I'm assuming that it's going to be on that Manny Pacquiao Rolly Romero card. That's what I'm assuming. Since they rumoring that fight to be in December, Pitbull Cruz, the Manny Pacquiao fighter, he's up under his staple. Definitely can see Pitbull Cruz definitely fighting, on December, him and Lamar Roach on the Manny Pacquiao Rolly Romero card. You feel me? What y'all think about that right there? Josh Sanders, he said Cam Jizzle Lamont is originally a 140-pound fighter. For sure. But it's just for some of the narrative guys out there that like to be like, oh, he's 130. Tank moved him up from 130. Well, this guy said he want to fight guys at 140 and 147 and all of that. Like, so just to put context to those type of guys, that's all. And Salute to my sis right there, Jag Queen motherfucking boxing, man. If y'all ain't did it yet, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister, Jag Queen Boxing, man. One of the best in the game doing this shit, man. I know I talk to sis daily. She worked hard on this shit, man, for sure. Like she's one of the best doing this shit. So if y'all ain't subscribed to my sis, Jag Queen Boxing, please do subscribe to her right now, man. For real. Dead ass. Let's see who else in the building. AJ64, man, what's good with you, brother? What's good, brother? What's good, man? What's good? And John Sanders, he said Lamont started at 140, and Reynolds told us that. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. So, all right, we can move forward right here, man. All right, another fight that got reported for Mike Coppinger today. Now, this one right here, brother, let me say something, dog. If they was to make this fight happen top of 2026, which is Mike Coppinger is reporting, this shit in Texas would be crazy. Just imagine Jerry's World up there at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Spence, Charlo, top of 2026. Shit would be fireworks. That's what we just speaking in general, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the reason why this fight is being rumored in the air, which is I'm gonna be honest to you, is the fact that both of these guys last fought around the same time. They last fought over 2 years ago in 2023. So with both of them fighting around the same time and them both potentially talking about coming back, then it definitely makes sense for Earl to fight Jamel. You know what I'm saying? With both of them being out around the same amount of time. So me personally, I would love for Earl. This is my personal opinion. I want Earl to have a tune up, man, coming back. That's just me. Earl needs a damn tune up coming back. He needs a tune up before he fight a Jamel Charlo, before he fight anybody that's a top guy at 154, in my opinion. He need to get a tune-up fight just to see and test out where he at, man. Cause he ain't fought in a while, and coming right out the gate with a dog with Jamel, that's some big business right there, man. And we know Earl, man. He's very naive. Earl don't like no tune-ups. Well, Earl, I'm telling you, KMJ telling you, you need a Earl. You need a tune-up, my dog. You need a tune-up, brother. You need a tune-up, man. And Mel, the crazy part about the situation with Mel is when Crawford fighting Saturday, fighting Canelo, he's about to have that title, that WBA 154 title stripped. So the full champion is about to be a Baz Baru who just beat Yunus Telez. And they've been talking about ordering a Baz Baru versus Jamel Charlo. So if they was to order that, Jamel, he gets to come back and get a title shot coming right out the gate. And Jamel, I believe he's still champion of recess as well at 154 with the WBA. So with that being said, what would y'all do if you was Jamel Charlo? Would you take a fight with Earl Spence, or would you take a title shot with a Baz Baru? No, Baz Baru just coming out beating Yunus Telez. Put the beating on Yunus Telez too, for real. Won the fight clear, wasn't even close. Like, what would y'all do? Like, me, in my opinion, if he's talking money, then yeah, you fighting Earl. Like, because if you fighting Earl, it's gonna be a big money fight. Texas, whole state of Texas gonna be in the damn building. Houston, Dallas. It's a bigger money fight for Jamel Charlo to fight Earl Spence for sure, rather than fighting the Baz Baru. And my thing about Mike Cobbinger reporting this though is the fact that he reporting this like he know PBC business like that. You feel me? Like he, like you know what I'm saying? Like somebody from PBC really that told him like this definitely locked in. This is in the works. Jamel, he definitely put the graphic of the lion over the shark. So Earl ain't exempt from Jamel Charlo. We definitely know that for sure. But it's all about what Earl plans to do coming back. We see Earl, he's been sparring. We've been seeing him working out. He's looking like he's in great shape currently right now. Now, but is he ready to come back and fight Jamel right away though? Probably is because of the bread. We know Earl, he about that bag for sure too. Let me read some comments real quick. My boy Josh Sanders says, I got Spence winning a tough split decision victory over Charlo, in my opinion. Oh, wait. That's tough. And it's Spence. That would be Earl's first fight at 154 too. Y'all gotta be reminded of that too. That if Earl does fight Jamil Charlo top of 2026, it would be Earl's first fight at 154, which is an interesting factor with Jamel Charlo because he just fought Canelo a couple years ago. And that was his last fight, and he fought at 168 that fight, and he wasn't even fully at 168. I think he came in at like 163, 164 type shit for real. My boy John Sanders says him and Charlo both need a tune up. That's fair for both. Absolutely, bro. I'm all in agreement with that. I feel like both of them, even if Jamel wanted to say like fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and fight a Baz Baru and go ahead and get that strap from him. Let me go get my strap back. I'm cool with Jamel doing that and Earl taking the tune up and trying to fill himself out and get himself back right before he take a big fight with Jamel or any of the other top contenders. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it personally. But it is fair for both of these guys being out over 2 years for them to have a tune up before they fight each other or fight any other top guys. But like I said, I'm definitely with Jamil taking that mandatory order if the WBA absolutely orders it with fighting Abbas Baru for that WBA 154 title. Once they strip, Bud Crawford come Saturday night, once he fights Canelo. Read something else. My boy AJ64 said, Earl, my brother, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Title shot, then Spence, it would make the fight even bigger. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That would be dope. Male fighter Baz Baru, Spence take a tune up, Male get the belt from a basketball room, Dallas, Texas Stadium, Cowboys Stadium, you feel me? Houston, Texas, deep in the building, Earl Spence, Jamil Crawford for the WBA 154 strap. That's how the storyline should move. Both of them former fighters of Derrick James. They both ain't with Derrick James anymore. It makes a crazy ass storyline. Their storyline, their build up will be crazy. Will be fucking bananas. Will be definitely bananas. That's how that shit should go, Josh, for sure, bro. My boy Shell said 50-50. You think it's 50-50, Shell? Ooh, wee. I don't know, bro. I would right now, I would say it's 50-50 because I don't know what we gonna get out of both of these guys. That's just me being truthful, bro. That's why I said I feel like they need a little soft touch before they meet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in this occasion, some occasions don't need a soft touch before they meet. Like me personally, like for instance, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, fuck a tune up for them guys. Put them in the ring right now. That's where I'm at with them. I don't feel like they need a tune up. I feel like you can put Anthony Joshua and damn Tyson Fury in the ring right now. Wembley Stadium, UK, London, all that shit turned up. Put them in the ring now. These two guys, Earl and Jamil, I feel like they need a little soft touch before they tap in and lock in. That's just me. That's why I got it 50-50 in my opinion right now. For sure. Salute to my dog Adam, man. Salute to you, bro. He said my whole household's tougher than Canelo. I eat vegetables whole. My kids eat effing Wheaties. I feed my fly big pieces of shit. Everybody. Oh, okay. that was kind of crazy. All right. Salute to my dog, the Cardenas, man. Salute to you, my brother, man. What's good, bro? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, brother? All right, so yeah, Shell, you said both been out. Yeah, definitely both been out, man. That's why this fight, no, far as no, these guys are having this rumor with this fight is about is both of these guys have fought around the same time. They last fought over 2 years ago, so they like you pair the timing up. It bodes well for both guys to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? That they are planning to do so. But like I said, I believe like they need tune ups, man. They need something else before they lock in. Make the fight even more bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like I like what my dog Josh said. You know what I'm saying? I like what my he said. Let's see how they look in the tune ups first. Then yeah, let Jamel fight Advanced Baru for that WBA. Earl take a tune up, then boom, clash them up, big fight, PBC shit. You feel me? All right, so let's go and get to another little rumor real quick, which is we already broke this weeks ago, but just to add a little bit more context, just to speak about it, you got Nawa anyway. He's going to be fighting, Picasso um, in December in Riyadh season. Um, it's actually the whole card. You remember I mentioned that they're doing the Japan versus the World card in December, and they're going to be the main event. And Junto Nakatani, the number one contender for the WBC for the 122-pound division now, which is now with anyways division, he's going to be the co-main event on that card in December. And they was rumor talking about having a fight on the same guy now anyway just for Ramon Cardenas, but they didn't announce and really lock that in 100% yet. So we'll stay tuned to that for sure. But that Japan versus the World card in Riyadh is going to be something interesting to see how what other fights they put on that card for sure in December, man. I think it's December 27th. That's the target date for that card. So that's what we got right there, man. And let's get to some business. All right, so let's play the resume game, man. See, I already know the resume game, man. So you already know I post the resume up on the screen, and y'all guess out the fighter of the screen. And I'm gonna give y'all some clues on who the fighter is as well. Once I'll put it up on the screen. So here go the first fighter that I'm gonna put up. And by the way, the person who guessed first on the three fighters that I named, I'm gonna post them on my community and shout y'all out on the community post, every week. So each show that we do, I'm gonna post, the people that get the fighter right on my community post and shout y'all out and show y'all some love on it. So here go the first fighter that I'm gonna put up resume right here. So who resume is this right here? So this fighter just fought recently Michael Fox. He done fought Ismail Davis. He didn't beat him. He lost to Virgil Ortiz last year in a tough fight. He done beat Brandon Mendoza. Definitely been in some good fights. And he's a Ukraine guy. He's definitely from Ukraine. And he fights in the 154-pound division. My boy Shell said, boy, Chuck. Yep, sorry, boy, Chuck, man. Shell got it right first, man. So definitely. Shell got it right, man. And sorry, boy, Chuck, 26 and 2, 24 knockouts. He done got knocked out one time. And he'll be fighting this Saturday on the Canelo and Bud undercard. He'll be fighting Brandon Adams in a rematch, man. So they got the rematch, man, going on. You remember they fought in 2021, and Brandon Adams, he was the guy that knocked him out. He stopped him in the eighth round. So they running that fight back, and it should be a fight that's gonna be some fireworks for sure, man, for sure. Salute to my dog, Define Irony, man. Salute, brother. Salute, brother. So we'll go to the next one, man. Shell, I definitely got you, brother. I'm gonna shout you out on the channel, man, for sure. So here go the next one right here. Guess this fighter's resume. Guess who this fighter is. So this guy right here, he fights in the heavyweight division. He done lost to Anthony Joshua in 2023. He done lost to Dillian White in 2022. He's from America. My boy Adam said Jermaine Franklin, and he's right. Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin, 23 and 2, 15 knockouts. He'll be fighting Saturday as well on the Canelo and Bud undercard. And definitely interested to see how he look in this fight, man. We ain't seen him in a while, so definitely interested to see how he looked this Saturday as well. And I got one more. So guess out this one. And this is the last one right here. Guess out this guy's resume right here. Just fought Selecki. He done beat Derevchenko. He fights on the top rank stable. And he fights in the 168-pound division. And I would say he's from Canada. I even tell you he's from Canada. He fights in the 168-pound division. He's from Canada. He fights under top rank. Define Irony said, and Billy, and my dog is right. Define Irony. Christian and Billy, 29 and 0, 24 knockouts. Just coming off a sick knockout fighting Selecki in his last fight, man. That was crazy in the first round. Amazing. And he'll be fighting Saturday as well. And the undercard on Canelo and Bud fighting Lester Martinez, man, which is going to be a lit ass fight. That's the fight on the undercard that I'm most excited about, honestly, for real. I'm more so most excited about that fight more than anything, for real, man. So I'm definitely fired up for Christian and Billy, man, and Lester Martinez. It's going to be a banger. CamJ banger alert. Immediate banger Saturday. They gonna be going crazy. They gonna be going crazy, man. I can't wait to see that fight. I ain't gonna lie. That fight should have been co-main. I don't know why that fight ain't co-main event. They're gonna have the reason why they got Colin Watson and Fernando Vargas Jr. co-main event is because Colin watches Dana White's guy. That's the only reason why. Like that's the only fucking reason why. And they do not deserve to be fucking co-main event for Canelo and Bud Crawford. Like it makes no fucking sense. It's real life disrespectful. It's real life disrespectful of the fact that Turkey didn't put more stock and money into this undercard for real. Giving us a cheap undercard for Canelo and Bud, the so-called fight of the century that he calls. But that's a whole nother story. We're gonna get into that shit into this show today. Don't get it, don't worry. We definitely will. You know what I'm saying? So salute to my dog Flatbush, man. Salute, brother, man. What's good with you, brother? How you been, man? How you been, my dog? Sports Prediction 101, my dog, man. Hey, if y'all ain't subscribed to my dog Sports Prediction 101, man, make sure y'all subscribe to my dog, man. My dog be cooking up, man. Heavy over there, man, for sure, man. So, I mean, results right there. Yeah, Define already said that's gonna be a fire fight. Yeah, bro. Fire ass fight. Can't wait to see it, bro. No cat. No cat. Definitely should be co-main event, bro. It's nasty fucking work, bro. Nasty fucking work, bro. And I wanted to talk about this too while we was talking about this. All right, so Anthony Joshua, he made this tweet. I talked about this on the roundup video. If y'all ain't catch the roundup video that I dropped this morning, roundup, no, the sorry but not sorry boxing talk roundup video number 4. Go back and watch that after the show, man, for sure. Lit ass video, and we definitely be cooking up on the roundup videos. That's where I combine multiple topics all in one video, like I'm doing with the show. I do it all with one video, and that's the series that I'm giving updates and I'm cooking up in depth on deep topics and everything, which is a segment of CamJNetwork, the channel where the sorry but not sorry boxing and talk roundup video, like that shit be fire, like you know what I'm saying. And I know a lot of y'all been enjoying them, and I appreciate y'all, man, for sure, man. So right here, we was talking about that within the video with Anthony Joshua right here, where he was supporting Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley for them fighting, locking in and everything. And this is what Anthony Joshua said. He said, "I'm proud of Joseph Parker, even though he is a competitor. Real recognizes real. He in the game to fight whoever, whenever, and that's the DNA of a real general. Unlike his dippy mate Tyson Fury," and he tagged Tyson Fury name. He said, "I was discreet. His career record in minutes, but I leave that for potential gloves are off if he ever comes back and fights Big Feeney. Fabio Wardley, respect to you as well. Bro was working in recruiting, helping your dad get a job a couple years ago. Let that be a testament to God, rooting in one's favor, and a testament to show nothing is impossible. To my supporters, I'll be back to lace up my boots and put on my gloves sooner than later. Hopefully, punching Free's head in and dancing around his flicker jab with ease." So remember, man, I talked about it with Anthony Joshua and AJ, man. And I said that's a fight that don't need no tune-up. It don't need no tune-up, man. Put them guys in the ring right now. And I like that Anthony Joshua, he pressing the issue right here. He pressing motherfucking Tyson Fury right here to motherfucking, what's up? We want to fight. Let's get it cracking, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he over here talking like he want to fight Usyk. Usyk ain't thinking about you, Tyson Fury. He ain't thinking about you. He over there in the club in Ukraine getting drunk, dirty dancing and shit. He ain't thinking about no damn Tyson Fury. AJ and Fury, both of them guys been out for a hot minute. Both of them coming off losses. Fuck a tune-up. Put them guys in Wembley Stadium immediately. That's where I'm at with it. And I'm pressing that on CamJNetwork, bro. That's where we at. We pressing AJ, Tyson Fury, lock them in. Anthony Joshua hasn't fought Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder never fought each other, but Tyson Fury ain't fought Anthony Joshua, nor Deontay Wilder has fought Anthony Joshua. And the window was closing on the era of those three guys. And I feel like, yeah, we know Deontay Wilder's not about to fight Anthony Joshua right now. We know that. But at the same time, Tyson Fury, he talking about he want to come back. Are you coming back? Fucking fight my dog, Anthony Joshua. It makes much sense. The UK, that country deserves this fight with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. And I've been saying that. They've been salivating over that fight. So they need to give them that fight. And I think it's only right for them to fucking lock this shit in. Put the fight on. Put the damn fight on. Like, what are we waiting for? Like, what are we waiting for? My boy Define Irony said, not gonna lie, I still would love to see AJ versus Fury. Facts, bro. They need to lock it in, man. Real shit. And salute to my dog, Bean from Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. And make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, man. He live every Sunday at 6 p.m., man. He said AJ kept it a buck. Fury overrated for real. Fury just chased opponents that suited for his style. I ain't got no denying that one, my brother. I ain't got no denying that one, my brother. And you heard my brother, he said hit the thumbs up, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button, man, hit the like button, man. Please do, man. The algorithm on YouTube is wild crazy right now. I need everybody to please hit the like button, man. I truly do. Hit the like button. For real. It really does. All of the content creators been having no problem with the content, a little bit with the algorithm with YouTube and shit, with the notifications and shit coming out to everybody and everything. You feel me? So please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, most definitely. Please do. So definitely Define Irony. Fury AJ definitely would sell out Wembley, like literally, bro. First hour, bro. Probably first 30 fucking minutes for real, bro. Dead ass. Like for real. Like dead ass. Alright, man. So we gonna get into some real conversation. I don't want to know how I want to break this down. How we want to do this first. Matter of fact, let's start with a video. Let's do one of these vids, man, real quick. And this is from Dana White.
When you have, a guy like Crawford who's undefeated and is willing to move up in weight and fight somebody like Canelo, this is what it's all about. I mean, two of the all-time best, right? Putting it all on the line. It's every time you put on a fight, what makes people care about it is what's at stake, right? That's why some of this celebrity stuff that happens, I think it's goofy. It's not what I do, but I completely understand that, this celebrity versus this celebrity, and you just want to see the train wreck and see who's going to win. I totally get it. But what I love is when you have two of the absolute best ever that are willing to put it on the line one night to see, who is the best fighter of their generation.
Hard to imagine either guy losing to the other one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna take that down. So then you got Dana White talking about the fight, trying to gas the fight up right there, man. Real interesting. Hey, the link is pinned to the comments, man. I got a TKO topic to talk about, and we got hella Bud and Canelo shit to talk about. So the link is pinned to the comments. Y'all want to join and cover these topics and go over this shit. We gonna cook up and have fun, man, for sure. Let me take that graphic down. And if y'all didn't know, the schedule events right now, they got the open workouts today. And then now they got the open workout card going on currently, I believe. What is that at? The open workout card. Yeah, the open workout card is currently going on right now. And let's go ahead and talk about that blood injury shit. So, of course, with that tweet from last night, the report with Bud Crawford came about as far as, him injuring his shoulder during camp. Talking about that he had surgery on the shoulder and that it's been flaring up during camp. And here go Bud's response on that from last night.
It's probably where I got a shoulder. I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terrence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terrence Crawford on the shade. Terrence Crawford slow. Terrence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so there you got Terrence Crawford right there, basically like, yo, man, everybody on the whole shoulder injury shit, the shit is cat, pretty much. Then even furthermore, you know, Bernie the boxer, they asked him about it last night, and he said that that injury was fake news right there. So all of the whole blood, injury, during camp talk is all cat, you know. And this what I'm gonna say too. I don't if Bud loses their fight, I don't want them bringing this shit back up, trying to make that be the excuse. I will say that they better not bring that shit back up, dog, because we gonna call that shit out. Like, hey, y'all said this that the shit wasn't true. Don't be up here fucking capping now. Don't cap. We ain't gonna do that. So let me get into this right here. So interesting factor right here. Let me go ahead. I spoke about this on my roundup video that I did last night when we was talking about Mauricio Suleiman talking about TKO freezing out the sanctioning bodies. And I'm gonna run it back and read the articles from Boxing Scene. This is from Boxing Scene right here. So the new TKO boxing promotion ultimately has their own award for its own title belts. In the meantime, the group of is giving all four sanctioning bodies the cold shoulder. Traditionally, representatives would award their four belts to the winner of Saturday night's undisputed superweight middleweight title fight between Canelo and Bud Crawford. But WBC President Mauricio Suleiman told Boxing Scene Monday night he has not received communication from fight promoter TKO on a number of requests, including permission to deliver his belt to the winner. And then Suleiman said all four sanctioning bodies are in a limbo. And while one official for TKO said the matter may be resolved during fight week, which starts with Tuesday grand arrivals, Suleiman is miffed. Hold on, let me do this real quick. I mean, salute the sis, salute sis, salute sis. So,
Salute. It's good.
okay, so I'm reading this article right here, so I'm gonna continue it real quick because we talking about TKO and the sanctioning bodies right here. So Suleiman is miffed and seeking answers, saying, I surely hope a resolution arrives. The fact that the belts being contested for cannot be presented, it is in the rules and regulations, it is in the contracts. It is common practice worldwide, Suleiman said. How can you expect the best fighters in the world to compete for a championship when the rules are not respected and the official representatives we're talking the four presidents of the four organizations are denied? It is completely unbelievable and unacceptable to think the presidents are not permitted to perform their duties. Then he continues to say, TKO funded heavily in Saudi Arabia, Turkish Al Sheikh, and headed by UFC CEO Dana White is moving to lobby Congress to alter long existing federal legislation that prohibits promoters from awarding fighters belts and ranking fighters, as TKO plans to do with its new organization that aims to launch next year. The four sanctioning bodies, the WBC, the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF, are often subject to skepticism and ridicule for charging fighters 3% fees for title fights and tweaking their rankings to suit the best interests of themselves or favorite promoters. And now on a fight card, some see as beginning of TKO's takeover of boxing, this friction has the potential of boiling over. On the Spanish language podcast, Silliman insisted he would find his way to the ring. And this is his quote. He said, "You can have two security guards in the corner trying to take me out because I will enter that ring." And he also says it has been no reply, no word, everything that's usually done in an undisputed fight with two fighters who have been world champions for the last 14 years between Canelo and Bud Crawford. He said that I'm disappointed. I have not spoken to Dana White. I sent him a letter a couple months ago and did not get a response. They appointed a person to communicate with the WBC, and he has not responded to that specific question as well. We always do a commemorative belt for May and September. We go above and beyond to help support the promotion. And at this moment, they have not shown the courtesy of even replying to the situation. And then he goes on and says, Suleiman, he says, stop short of labeling this statement by the new promotion blackball the sanctioning bodies. It would be very irresponsible to deliver an opinion like that. He said, I'm just trying to respond to a factual matter. I have requested countless times on the phone and in writing to confirm the credentials, the seating arrangement, and the protocol for the WBC to present the belt to the winner without response. I like to be positive and constructive and not speculate on conspiracy theories. I am hopeful that it is just a misunderstanding or their abundance of work. Hopefully, will be clear. So, you got right here Mauricio Suleiman speaking on TKO freezing out the sanctioning bodies from presenting the titles to the undisputed champion, whoever wins this fight Saturday night, right here. So, sis, you in the building? What you think about this right here, sis?
That's crazy. That's a crazy power move. It shows the level of respect that they have for those belts. As you remember, during the Skull Canelo promotion, Turkey didn't even want that belt on the stage. So it just shows you
Facts.
the
I
level
mentioned
of
that on my
respect
my
that
video last night too, sis. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
it just shows you the level of respect that Turkey El Sheikh has for these belts, but yet you have them on the line. Like, make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is going to be very interesting. I covered this when I talked about the Revival Act and what they seek to do with it as far as boxing and promotion wise. And it just appears that they're going full throttle with their plan ahead to freeze out traditional boxing, starting with the sanctioning bodies, it seems.
Absolutely, and they're key to the whole situation. They're very key, getting them out of the way because they want to have their own belt. They want to have their own belts for each division that they have. They want to have their own divisions, which is it's not the divisions that they had set up. It won't be as many as they were. It's going to be the same as they have in UFC. So like they're trying to do everything UFC for boxing pretty much, and have that in here. Salute to my dog BVO, man. Salute, brother. Salute. Hey, man, the link is pinned to the top, man. If y'all want to come up here and talk about this topic, man, and these other topics, man, as well that we got for this Canelo and Bud fight. So, yeah, right here you got TKO, man. They have not spoken to any of the sanctioning bodies about having them being there present to present the titles for the undisputed fight this Saturday. So and it's crazy because it goes along with the plan with them. No, they want to have their own thing. They're launching TKO pretty much with this fight with Dana White. Like he's the head promoter of this fight, and so they're launching TKO pretty much this week with this fight right here.
That's crazy.
And Mauricio Suleiman right here. This is what I found that was funny though with all of this conversation though, which is I seen Turkey post this on Twitter last night. So Turkey posted this last night. They had the grand arrivals last night, and Mauricio Suleiman, they ran into each other with, him and Turkey, and they took a picture, whatever, and they're holding this thing of this, like, I don't know, look, I guess you want to say a little fucking art thing of Turkey. A trophy of Turkey? Like, I guess it's a trophy. Is this a trophy of Turkey right here?
You can't make this shit up. This
I'm
man is
like,
so
this
egotistical.
is
Look at this.
crazy right here. Like, I don't know if y'all see this in the chat right here. Let me know what they are holding up right here. Is this a trophy with Turkey on it, with holding the WBC and the Ring Magazine belt? So that what? So is this saying that they made up now? He said, with my dear friend, Mr. Mauricio Suleiman. And then this comes out today right here. So they got a WBC ring right here. The first ever WBC Crown Series Undisputed Championship ring to be given to the winner of Canelo versus Crawford. So this is what they unveiled for the fight for Saturday right here. They're giving out a ring instead of a belt, sis.
This ain't football, bro. Like what? Yeah, the way he's trying to do this is like almost, it goes back to that weird face off. What was that in front of some sort of engagement parlor or something? It's given very weird. The way that he's trying to change, I guess, the traditional face offs and the traditional pressers. It's weird. It almost seems like an arranged marriage, almost like even their what was that, their dinner? Like, come on, you're supposed to get in the ring and want to knock this guy's head off. You sitting down to dinner with him, talking about his kids and his family and all kind of foolishness. Like, where they do that at?
Man, they said that boy. They said he'd be walking on water. They had his boys on water. Oh man, they acting crazy out here, sis, man. This week, man. BBO, man, what's good, my dog?
Man, salute to you and Jab
Hey,
King,
hey,
man.
BBO, let me get your take on this, man. What you think about TKO? They was trying to shut down, the sanctioning bodies from being a part of the fight, man.
You kind of realize that because I was reading up on it. I guess the UFC is a promotion company, so what they want to do is have their own belt and kind of like
Yeah,
freeze out the WBC, IBF, and all them, which is good. I say keep the WBC belt because that's the one belt that's always favored, black people and Mexicans. I say keep WBC belt, but the other ones can go. I ain't mad about it.
so you opposed to the bill? That's what you saying?
Against the ban.
Or I said, are you opposed to the bill?
I'm not really
No, it
opposed to
sounds
it.
like he's saying he's for the bill, if I'm understanding it.
You talking about the ban or the bill?
Yeah, for the bill.
What they got a bill? What they said he can't? What they trying to get the
For
Muhammad
the
Ali Act?
no, yeah, for the Ali
Oh
Reform
no, I
Act.
think that's totally wrong. They shouldn't do that. That's absolutely wrong. That's
Yeah,
absolutely wrong.
this is the graphic of it right here.
Yeah, that's his bill right there. That's crazy because to be honest with you, that was kind of to combat Don King, our beloved promoter, and Carl King. Because what they would do is Don was the promoter, his son was the manager, and it was double dipping. So he was pretty much going against himself. So I think that's bad for boxing to get rid of the Ali Act. That's crazy.
Man, you see some of this shit. It said the Ali Act is a federal law passed in 2000 that stops abuse, rigged ranking, and unfair contracts. What does the Act protect you from? One, promoters acting as managers and your matchmaker, a major conflict of interest. Two, long-term contracts you can't escape. Three, hidden financial deals that rob you out of your fair cut. Your rights under the Ali Act. The right to know how much money is in the fight. Independent rankings, so you rise by performance, not favoritism. Fair contracts with no forced extensions or lock ins. And why independent titles matter.
Don't that
So
sound like Don King?
when promoters own titles, they can own your career. And independent
Hold on,
titles with
because
real rankings or real title shots, why it still matters today is the only tool fighters have to fight back legally. Two, without the Ali Act, there is zero legal protection for boxers. What can you do? Learn your rights, educate other fighters, share this, support efforts to enforce and expand the Ali Act. What was you about to say, sis? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that sounds a little bit like what Top Rank did as well to Tiafimo, because didn't his contract automatically get extended once he beat what was that? Not it wasn't Santillion. It was oh God, who did he fight?
Richard Comey.
No, that extended his title immediately after he won. It wasn't not the fight after Loma, was it? I think it was like maybe a fight or two after Loma. But whatever fight he won, it extended his contract after that, which is why he's kind of been going back and forth with him. Remember, he didn't like fight for like a year. He was on a fake retirement and all of that. It extended immediately after he won that fight.
Fact.
Yeah.
Like,
Sandor
yeah.
Martin, was it? Was it Sandor Martin?
Or when he beat Josh Taylor, I believe.
It was one of those, but I know his contract was
Yeah,
immediately extended.
this what they typically do with top rank. What they do is when a fighter there's when they become champion, they win a title, they extend their contract and they give them a hometown fight for their first the title defense. So that's what
Right,
they
which is what they're
typically
trying
do,
to do, I guess,
which is
to Xander.
yeah, that's what they're doing with Xander right now, and that's what they'll do with
Hmm.
Abdullah once he
It,
beats Sam Noakes November 22nd.
Right,
it was
right.
supposed to be Pedraza. I'm looking at it
Define
right.
irony was good, my brother.
What's up,
Hey,
fellas?
Define
Yeah,
Irony.
great to see you, Jap Queen and PBO. Yeah, I'm looking at here. It was Sandor Martin, but Sandor Martin was a replacement for Pedraza.
Yeah,
And
but but he fought Sandor Martin. Yes, he was a replacement, but he ended up fighting Sandor Martin, and that's how his contract got extended, and that's what began the whole issue that he had with Top Rank and took them to court, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
exactly, because he never fought Pedraza. That was his claim. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, man.
Um,
And yeah, Define irony. What you think about this with TKO, man? They trying to freeze out the sanctioning bodies from being a part of the fight Saturday and everything. And no, what you think about it?
I think there's no good guy here, personally. This whole thing might make the sanctioning bodies look good, but it's not the case. I don't. It's hard to say because I see this as two ways, right? Number one, I see this as boxing potentially becoming as the UFC down the line, which I don't like. But also, I mean, isn't this the result of the sanctioning bodies just pretty much doing what they want over the years, as far as setting up opponents so champs can keep their belts longer and so on and so forth. I mean, I guess that's where I'm coming from. I'm looking at both sides of the equation here. As far as the Ali Act goes, I mean, the Ali Act is not in the UFC, and there's a reason for that. So if they're gonna abolish that, bro, I mean, that's gonna be a big blow for boxing. I don't like it, but I don't know. To be honest with you, bro, I don't know the ins and outs of this whole thing. So I definitely gotta do a lot more research.
Man, bro, for
Um,
sure. So
I
yeah,
wanted to
man.
ask you guys something. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything about Gary Antoine Russell. Anybody know anything about him?
Gary right now, he like right now. It's been talks with him negotiating a fight with him and Andy Hiroka for a long time, but haven't heard anything recent about that in particular.
Isn't
And it's
Hiroka
kind
his
of
mandatory?
Yeah.
yeah, he's the
Yeah.
number one contender, so he would be the guy to fight next for Gary for sure. And right now, it's funny because I seen Africa's I seen this interview that he did with that Danger Project that got released yesterday, and Africa did not mention Gary Antoine Russell's name not one
They're
damn
not going
time
to.
in that
He don't want that
interview.
smoke. He don't
That's
want
why
that
I was
smoke.
sitting there. He had a whole 1 hour and 45 minute interview, and they ain't mentioned Gary Anton Russell's name not one damn time, dog. And I'm sitting there like, this is insane. You mentioning everybody else in the moon, but damn Gary Anton Russell, and he didn't even mention Matias either.
You might
Like
not
this
know
is
who those
nasty
guys
work.
are.
Nasty work, man. Nasty work. Salute to my dog Trill Hill. I see you in the building, my boy. And salute to my dog Tay, man. So right here, man. Let me get so continuing on as far as TKO. All right. So the other day, Monday, they had a meeting. The California State Athletic Commission. They had a meeting about supporting the TKO Ali Reform Act bill. And this is a report from Yahoo Sports right here, where they said the California State Athletic Commission postponed its motion to support the Muhammad Ali American Boxing Revival Act. The bill introduced in July by two members of Congress, U.S. Reps Brian Jack, Georgia, Sharice Davis, Kansas, following a deluge of criticism at its meeting on Monday afternoon. And then the, it said a subcommittee will review the bill surrounding it in more depth and provide feedback to the commission as its December meeting. The California State Athletic Commission announced. The controversial act is backed by TKO Boxing, which is a promotional group spearheaded by UFC CEO Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh. And they're headlining the fight this week, Canelo and Bud. The fast moving piece of the federal legislation would allow for TKO to create unified boxing organizations. Under the proposed bill, UBOs will be allowed to run ranking systems, award UBO titles, and organize events. In essence, promoters will be able to promote fights for titles and rankings, which they also control, much like how UFC is run. And then um, said speaks on said concerned that all public comments went in one direction. Commissioner Dr. Anna Maria Demores, the mother of former UFC and WW champion Ronda Rousey, said at Monday's meeting following the stream on public commentary about the bill. There's no point in having public comment if we don't pay attention to it. These are the people who stand in that ring and show what they're made of, and they are very much concerned about it. And then they said at the meeting, 12 people were given 2 minutes to voice their opinion about the act. All 12 speakers, including former MMA fighters, journalists, managers, and lawyers, voiced criticism of the act. And they said at one point, the commissioner they said, who is an advocate of the bill, asked if the submission could stop listening to comments and move straight to its vote, presumably because of how similar one-sided the comments were against the act. He said, why were we even letting a brand new player walk in and dictate the rules to a sport they haven't built, said Rachel Donier, the wife of Nonito Donaire. They haven't earned the right. I've managed Nonito, though world titles across the divisions and every negotiation we've done has been about making sure he got the most money possible for his fights. That's the point of this game. You risk your life, you deserve leverage at the table. But the UBO, they cap purses. They strip fighters of negotiation power before they even sit down. They say they don't take sanctioning fees, but why would they need to if they're cutting off our paydays at the knees? What good is the belt if it leaves you broke? And then former UFC fighter Daniel Martinez, he
Exactly.
said, during my time, I fought for Zuffa in two different contracts, Martinez told the commission. First one, they gave me a six-fight contract. I fought the top guy in the world, lost. He moved up. I sat off for 2 years. Another time, I signed for Zuffa. Four-fight contract. I won fight of the night and still sat out for a year and a half. And Martinez said he was training full time during those periods of inactivity, but wasn't receiving any income. He urged the commission to consider how much fighters will be left after retiring from taxing careers, stating that many former UFC fighters, including himself, have been forced to find new careers since leaving the MMA leader. And they said one surprising advocate of the bill was Tim Brown from PBC. It said he wasn't present at the meeting, but support in the letter was divulged by Foster. So you got all of this going on right there. They had the meeting Monday, and you heard Rachel Donnier and former UFC fighters. They was voicing their opinions about the bill, saying that this bill is going to leave them with no great paydays at all, and that they're cutting them off with heavy, man. So, no, sis, what you think about this right here?
Like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. We talked about this briefly earlier about this bill getting passed. If it does, it's gonna be horrible for fighters. It'll be amazing for the promoters and greedy guys like Dana White. I mean, why would anybody let him come in and start to run shit? Look how he ran the UFC. Didn't they just sue him for $375 million?
Yeah, the class action law.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the class action law. So it got
I
set.
don't understand this. And this is what I'm saying for some people that think that Turkey is great for boxing. Why would he go and get the one guy who is known to stiff his fighters to help him build a league?
Absolutely.
Good question.
They did
Uh,
just give John Jones 80 million for 2 fights. So it's like they playing games, man. They just playing. They're trying to like make sure no more stars are born.
no, I mean when you look at John Jones, Conor McGregor, and a few others, yeah, they've been taken care of. But when you look at like 85% of the roster, bro, not so much.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is how you stop building stars. You see that with
Yeah.
rap music. If you notice, the only real big star you've seen in the last decade is Drake. That's not on accident. They're really trying to have no more stars. They don't like paying stars. I was reading something. It's kind of different sport, but Drake borrowed $400 and paid it back in 18 months. That's not good for the record label. Same thing with this. They're trying to keep all the money.
Not only that, the Paramount deal that they just signed, bro, eliminating pay-per-views. Now they don't have as much pressure as they did before to create stars because all they have to do is put up content and they're getting a check, literally. So before in the pay-per-view, you had to, get access in seats. You had some leverage if you were the guy, right? But now when you're getting X amount of fights and you're getting this check, bro, really their need to quote unquote need to create stars is not there anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Dana White's the devil,
it's
man. We've been through that. Dana White's the devil, man.
it's pure bullshit, man, because of the fact that they will be negotiating the fights for the fighters, and the fighters won't have no say so with this bill. And this is why this bill does not need to be fucking going down at all, man. For real, it's going to fuck the fighters completely.
Yeah, but sadly, they're not the ones that. Unfortunately, they're not the ones that get to decide this.
And it goes back to my whole talk with y'all talking about Turkey and the money and all of this shit. Why
Hmm.
would he hire Dana White in the fucking first place? One of the cheapest fucking guy in combat fucking sports. Come on, make it make sense. He's trying to dumb down the money. They talking about the damn champion only gonna get fucking what 400 what 500K for defending the strap. Like what are we talking about? Like come on, bro. Like people gotta read the fucking room, man.
The, the,
At
the,
the
mo-
end of the day, they're trying to turn independent contractors into employees.
Right. Exactly. Because when you look at the other, almost all the other majors, quote unquote, major sports, right, it's pretty much 50-50 or somewhere around there, right? The split between the, owners and players or whatever the case may be. UFC is like 20-80, if that even. So it is disgraceful.
Facts, facts. And I even got more on TK TKO, man. Them boys is off the damn chain, man. I got more on these guys too. So TKO, apparently they were. Oh shit! I didn't even upload it. Matter of fact, let me go. Okay, Thomas Hill in the building. Thomas Hill, brother, what's good, man? What you think about TKO, man? Going on. I know you've been listening in the comments, man.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what the people wanted, right? That's what everywhere
Mm,
you go, they say Turkey, Dana, they come in to say boxing. So I guess this is what they want. I think everyone who spends money are trying to find the way to spend less money but get more bang for buck. This would be no different. They're trying to find a way where they could, like you said, dumb down the money and try to produce the bang for buck. And because there will be higher guarantee for people who probably ain't making no money, they're gonna get people to join the board. But like you said, they're trying to devalue the stardom that this can make, because if we being honest, name the biggest stars in boxing. Who are they? What
shit,
do they
only a
look like?
handful of
Canelo, AJ, Tank.
So they look
Um,
like minorities, right? Majority of our stars in boxing are minorities. A majority of our draws in boxing are minorities. And, unfortunately, we do live and operate in a society that I won't even say, does things by demographic. We'll just say it's by place. We be suffering from placism. And placism, sometimes people got to understand their place and they're trying to define the place for boxers. Meanwhile, they're making money off of the blood, sweat, and tears that they put forth in the ring. And that's why, I'm never against people looking to get their money, because they're in a sport that these people make tens of millions, hundreds of millions off of their back. And, they see fractions of it. They're trying to fractionize the fraction that they get. And that's not cool. It's not cool. But, in order for them to sustain a model that they feel like they can compete, and they can do it by giving you bigger guarantees than you're normally accustomed to. So a person like Scooter Davis, who has to fight, has all the skill set in the world, but he has to fight from to build up his rep. You know what? You can come in already with this money guaranteed. You ain't got to worry about promoting, selling the tickets, and do all this. You just gonna just know that this is it. But you might top out at this, but then there goes the stardom out of it. So we don't have to worry about paying people who can transcend not just being in the ring and a great fighter in the ring, but actually in the scope of everybody's homes, the talk of conversations and things like that. We're trying to scale that down. But we'll give you initially more than what you will ever see while you're doing the grind. So they target like those type of people who they're tough and they don't get very many opportunities, and they got the goods, and all they are is just a way. I got to get my fighter ready. So let's get this dude that's got a big name ready. Let's see how he looks against him. But you know what? Even if I look good against him, I still don't get the benefit of looking good against somebody that you guys got your money on, because I'm just not quote unquote marketable like that. So, I mean, to some people, they're going to find a way. And there's some people who, because it's the anti-PBC, and I'm sorry, I always say this, but this is what it truly boils down to. Everything is the anti-PBC, because remember, they sued that man because he was able to get fighters money. Let that sink in. The niggas that they making money off of, they're suing him because he's getting them more money.
Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah, make sure y'all, hey, 43 in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man.
Make you
Hit the
some like.
like button for real. Like right now, the algorithm been jacked up on YouTube for us boxing content creators, man. So please hit the like button, man. We need to get 43 likes in this bitch. Right? And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We definitely working, man. So I got another one I want to run through right here. So Riyadh season. This is the article from Boxing Scene as well, right here, where they're saying Riyadh season is getting rid of boxing media, independent, no, the independent boxing media right now. And I wanted to share this with y'all guys because I literally just read this right before I came on today. And they said, in case you haven't interfered it yet, Boxing Scene was denied accreditation for the Canelo Crawford fight for Saturday. Lance Pugmire, the 2022 recipient of Boxing Writers Associates of America's award, um, he was denied access to the fight. He said his credential request as a writer for Boxing Scene turned down, according to representative of Dana White's TKO Boxing, one of the co-promoters of the event going on. And then
Wow.
says initially Pugmire was approved, but less than 2 weeks out from the fight night, the approval was reversed. And
That's another
they,
thing he does. He's very well. He's very no, he has a lot of notoriety for like vetting journalists in the UFC. Like from Ariel Hawani on down. Like whenever they say something against him or they blow the whistle on something, that they no longer get access to the events and so forth. So there's another one.
mm. So they says Boxing Scene editor Matt Christie subsequently reached out to Chris Bellitti, UFC's vice president of corporate communications, to ask why, also calling attention to Pugmire's sterling reputation in the industry and Boxing Scene standing as a prominent BWA accredited outlet. Bellitti responded last Tuesday that he would look into it and circle back. This past Monday, Bellitti wrote back, I don't have specific details, but the denial does not appear to be coming from the TKO side. With an event as complex as this, there are multiple stakeholders involved that have a say in the credentialed media. The main event boxer, Riyadh season. One of those relationships may be strained, but I don't have the backstory. Yes, suffice to say, one of those relationships is strained. And it goes on to say, let me add T Hill back on here. It goes on to say, this is the treatment Boxing Scene receives when it comes to events handled by Turkey Al Rashid Riyadh season promoted under the banner of the ring. The 103-year-old media outlet Al Rashid bought last November. My colleagues Chris Dixon wrote about it in some detail in April after our website credential applications for the first Eubank Jr. Conor Ben fight went unacknowledged. This response validity is very similar to those received from other promoters when they have been associated with Riyadh season events to which Boxing Scene has not been welcomed, not our decision. The last time Boxing Scene was credentialed for a Riyadh season or ring event, whether a fight card or press conference, was for the Canelo's last fight, August 3rd, 2024, in Las Vegas. Man. And goes on to says for 13 months and counting, Boxing Scene, which has been on since February 2024 by ProBox TV promoter Gary Jonas, has been frozen out of anything connected to Al Sheikh and the Saudi General Entertainment Authority. No other promoter has been denied Boxing Scene access. This happens only when Riyadh season is involved, and that represent half the story when it comes to Al Sheikh Enterprises and potential suppression of dissent. last November 11th in announcing his purchase of a name brand media outlet. Alex Sheik tweeted, "The Ring magazine will be fully independent company without any involvement from Riyadh season, which is pure fucking cap." So, what y'all think about this right here, man? With Riyadh season, they freezing now the boxing scene from being credentialed up for the event. What you think about it, sis?
Well, we well, again, it goes back to what we said, the control aspect of it. They, for whatever reason, people think that Turkey is good for boxing. When he initially started dropping hints that this is what he's going to do, remember when he made the comments about them on Alcatraz? Yeah, and throw all the promoters in the jails too. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? That seemed to have been when people started to kind of notice what he was doing. Originally, I think that they all just thought that Turkey was a lick. You know what I'm saying? Get this guy to come in and do the job that we really ain't really doing lately anyway. Back to the fine ironies part of whoever mentioned the fact that, they weren't really doing their job. And I've said it several times. They weren't really doing their job to begin with, so they thought, hey, why not get this guy to
Yeah.
come in here? He's basically nothing more than a fan with money and let him pay for the fights that we really don't want to come out of our pocket and pay for anyway. And he's going to give the fighters more money than they would be making because although they do deserve to get paid for their efforts and their time spent training and getting in that ring, it still levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's learned that by all the money he's lost putting on some of these quote unquote big events that weren't drawing the crowd that they thought they would draw. And the ones that he put in Saudi Arabia that probably should have been in America with some of the bigger names. But nevertheless, all this boils down to them wanting control. They're freezing out old media because they want to create the narrative. They want to create the story, which is the same reason that he bought the ring from Oscar De La Hoya. They want to create this sort of mystique, right? So if they put all of this stuff in a box, right, and do away with the Ali Act, who you gonna call when I mistreat you? That's like a woman,
Mm,
getting her ass for by her husband, but guess what? Her husband's a cop.
facts.
Now what you gonna do? Now I mean, but it's just my thoughts. I really have to process this whole thing. I'm gonna go and read the article and dig a little deeper. But from surface level, that's what I see. They're trying to control the narrative. They're trying to put boxing in certain boxes that they can grab, which is why he probably wants Tank so bad. But the ones that they can grab, they're going to put them in a box. You saw what happened when somebody posted about the fight that had all of them on it with Tio and all of them, and Tio said the promotion has been asked. What happened to that tweet in literally 5 minutes? It was deleted.
Immediately.
You know what I'm saying? They mute the ones that are speaking out because they're in America and they can't just do away with them like they may be able to do in their own country. It's all about
Right.
control.
Right.
Salute to my brother Marcus. Ohio runs boxing in the building, my brother, man. That's
Yo,
family, man.
definitely
But
shout out to my brother Marcus.
Cam, you got my thing in the back, right?
Hold on, oh, shit.
You saw my message?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Go ahead. Do your
All
thing,
right.
sis. For sure.
Y'all
For
boys
sure.
have a good evening. I will holler at y'all later.
All right, you have a
Take
good one.
care, though.
Take care.
Yeah, man. So
Nah,
yeah,
I
man.
agree with her. I think it's about manipulation and control. I think that you want to have platforms that will do what you want or are invested in doing what you want or what you would have them to say or do so that they can promote certain things a certain way. Now, maybe they don't want the boxing scene there is because they haven't been bought. Like there's a voice that, they're going to still err on the side of objectivity and fair use, fair play, so to speak. So what we're going to report is what we're going to see. What we see is what we report. And I think that when you're doing things, like I said, I mean, can only go by what I saw. He hopped up on the ring after checking with the score table and then went over there and told the fighter, hey, look, dog, you down two rounds. You need to pick it
Man,
up.
What's up,
So
boxing family?
Des, man, what's good, my brother? Man, what's good, bro?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Had to hop in while y'all still live.
Yeah, man. So yeah, what you think about this topic, man? We talking about TKO, man. They over here, they they basically freezing out the credentials for boxing scene to cover the fights every
What?
season. And they was about to not let it looked like they about to let the sanctioning bodies present the titles now. Now that they unveiled this WBC ring today. Let me pull it up real quick. What is that? WBC ring.
So TKO is shutting out boxing scene. What titles have they unveiled? What, there's a belt for the Crawford Bud fight for the Bud Canelo fight,
No,
like a new
well,
one.
no. Let me run it down to you. So what happened was the WBC Mauricio Suleiman. He
Parasite.
mentioned he mentioned he mentioned that TKO was trying to leave out the sanctioning bodies from presenting the titles for the fight Saturday, and then picture surfaced last night with Turkey and what's his name? Where they at? Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, picture right here. The surfaced
From
with these two guys last night, and they was holding the damn Turkey trophy or some shit. It looked like Turkey's holding the WBC and the Ring magazine belt
I
right
can't stand
here.
Mauricio Suleiman.
Me either.
So yeah, so you got that right there, man. And then Mauricio Suleiman, he unveiled a ring that will be given to whoever wins the fight Saturday, right there.
That's a nice looking
And
ring. I can't cap.
and then of course, Riyadh season they basically trying to exclude independent media from covering the fight, which is specifically boxing scene.
That's
And
messed up.
and of course, Monday they had for the Ali Reform Act, they had a meeting with the California State Athletic Commission, and they postponed the support for the TKO Ali Reform Act. What they're trying to do with the Ali Reform Bill. So right there, so that's all together, what's going on with TKO, man. TKO, they basically trying to move Savage with having their own rankings like UFC and everything,
Yeah,
and
yeah. They're trying to.
but they're going to be controlling. They will be controlling the negotiation for the fighters and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like the they basically would take away the independency from the fighters, pretty much.
Yeah, it's what they do in the UFC. I'm an all around combat sports fan, so I know how the UFC is operated. I've looked at depositions from their two class action lawsuits with over 50 fighters suing them. And it's pretty much what they do is like with the UFC, what they've done is when you sign a contract with the UFC, you pretty much sign off all of your like NIL rights over,
All your rights, yeah.
as well as your negotiating rights and stuff like that. Because what some people don't know is that it actually talked about in the deposition. If you become a UFC champion, your contract automatically gets extended to what's considered the championship clause. And when you're under the
Mhm.
championship clause, like you saw what happened with Francis Ngannou, he tried to circumvent the championship clause, which is if you're in your last fight of your contract and it's a championship fight and you win it, your contract automatically gets extended, no negotiation whatsoever. Like you automatically get extended for another fight. France was trying to circumvent that and negotiate each championship fight solid, like independently. But
Right.
UFC wouldn't allow him to do that, which is why he was wanting X amount of dollars for the John Jones fight, and John Jones wanted X amount of dollars for the fight as well. He's like, you're letting John negotiate independently, but not allow the champion to negotiate independently. So it's like once I'm champion, I have to continue to fight on. I can't even look elsewhere. And for them, there is no elsewhere to look. So they're just trying to do the same thing with boxing. And I heard that they're trying to use the example of, well, the Ring Magazine has their own, you know, rankings and
Mhm.
championship, and stuff like that. But Ring Magazine doesn't take a fee.
Right. And
Like
then
that's the,
even with them, like even with the way they're doing things, like yeah, the sanctioning body, yeah, they do charge 3% for the fighters holding each title and everything. But at the same time, with the way that they would be negotiating the fights for the fighters, that would eliminate the payday for them as well. Where they would shit, they already got a set pay to where a set pay scale for each fighter for
Yeah,
the rankings and everything for
yeah,
TKO.
yeah. Because in the UFC, I always said people complain like, "Well, everybody fight everybody in the UFC." That's because they sacrifice the money for matchmaking. That's the thing. Like you can't independent. Like if you say, if you're fighter A and they say, "Well, fight fighter B, give me more money," they'll just say, "Okay, don't worry about it." And then now you're on the shelf until whenever they want to offer you another fight because
Right.
someone else is going to take the fight. I'll take that. I'll take that 10K. I'll take that 15. I might think about it. There are some fighters making 15 and 15, 15 to show, 15 to win. You know what I'm saying? Like you be damned if a boxer's gonna do something like that with 30 and 30. What?
I mean, it's top heavy, right? Because obviously, if you try to sell that to a Canelo or to one of the top stars, obviously the answer is no. But if you go a little bigger picture, I think um, this is just me, right? I could be dead wrong, but as I understand it, most guys wouldn't mind that. So
Well,
I
no,
think
I really do think it depends on where you are in boxing, but the way the UFC breaks it down is like they have it break it down like per fight you have under them. So I don't
right,
know how they would do it with TKO where there would be, is it per fight? Like if they signed you already 20-0, am I gonna get paid for being a 20-0 fighter, which would be like
right.
75-75 or 80-80 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to have to fight my way through your ranking system to get
Yeah, this
paid equivalent to what I should be getting paid? Because you already know guys like Canelo, guys like Benavidez, guys like, Tank, they're going to automatically get the 1 mil, or 2 mil, 2 mil. You know what I'm saying? With some type of bonus in there as well. But I'm worried about I'm not worried about the top 5 guys at the champs. I'm worried about bottom 15, bottom 20 guys. Because some of those guys make decent money, like Edgar Berlanga. He was making really good money for fighting nobodies. Under the TKO banner, that wouldn't be happening.
yeah,
Definitely.
this was right here from one of the UFC fighters right here. He was saying during my time I fought for Zuffa, which is owned by Dana White. He said
At the
in
time,
two
yeah.
he said in two different contracts. He said for the first one they gave me a 6 fight contract. I fought the top guy in the world, lost. He moved up. I sat out for 2 years. Another time I signed for Zuffa, 4 fight contract, 1 fight of the night, and still sat out for a year and a half. And he said, no, was training full time during those periods of inactivity, but wasn't receiving any income. He urged the commission to consider how much fighters will be left with after retiring from taxing careers, stating that many former UFC fighters, including himself, have been forced to find new careers since leaving the MMA.
Well, one story people don't talk about enough. It happened about a decade ago, but there was a fighter named TJ Grant who was going to fight for the belt in the UFC, and he ended up getting concussed during training. And then he ended up finding a job working as like a supervisor mechanic for some type of factory and was making more money doing that, like 150K a year, 200K a year, and just said, no, it's not even worth going back to fighting, pretty much. And there's a
Oh,
lot more stories like that than people want to admit. Like Cole Conrad, undefeated heavyweight champion for Bellator, fought under Brock Lesnar, but then he ended up getting an engineering job for some farm company, and he quit and never came back. Undefeated, like 12-0.
Stipe Miocic as a champion, current champion, was still part
Active
of the fighter.
firefighter.
Yep.
Same
And there's
for
so
Chris
many
Lytle,
stories like
a,
that.
a dude named Chris Lytle, active firefighter, and he had over 30 UFC fights.
Yes, he
He
fought
held the
everybody.
he
Yeah,
held the record for most bonuses. Period.
he's
You know what I'm
commentator
saying?
now for bare knuckle. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, and now he's a full time. Yeah, and he was a full time firefighter. There are a lot of MMA fighters. Like I remember Sean Shirk, former champion, was working out of a factory while still being champion. Rich
But there's
Franklin,
another problem.
teacher.
Yeah, I remember that too. And there's another problem with those contracts that you were bringing up a minute ago, because let's say, and this happened, for example, to Masvidal. Like if I sign a five fight deal, for example, and you agreed to pay me, I don't know, let's just throw a number out there, 30 and 30, right? Just play along.
Yeah.
But by the second or third fight, I become a big star. What are we doing here?
You're still on 30 and 30. You can't
Exactly.
renegotiate. Yeah, like Mouse Jury said the same thing. He said he signed a 4-fight deal, won 3 out of 4, and he said he should have signed another 4-fight deal, but instead was talking to signing a 6-fight deal, went 3 and 3, and they dropped him.
Yeah, that was bad.
And it's just like that sucks because like if you would have just signed that 4-fight deal, he'd have went 3 and 1 again, had a better footing to negotiate, but instead went 3 and 3 with two back-to-back losses. That's another thing. They really focus on that last fight of your contract. Like your last 1 or 2 performances, they really hold that against you if you lost. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a robbery or not. And Dana's always been a very, very shrewd businessman. I always said, like, there's a reason UFC's kind of outlasted every other MMA organization. Is because they've underpaid fighters. They've always underpaid fighters, but that's how they've able to financially stay along. I remember I looked into depositions. Out of their revenue, they only pay their fighters like 20%.
Yeah, the revenue split is like 80-20. While everything else is like 50-50.
It's disgusting. Like baseball, 50-50. Hockey is like 60-40. Basketball, 50-50. Football, 50-50. I think football just now became 50-50.
That's exactly why I said this bill can't, bro. Like, we gotta be. That's why I wanted to talk about it tonight on the show and really be advocate on this shit. That this shit, we ain't going for this shit, bro. This ain't good for boxing. This is ass for boxing right here, and no, I'm definitely not jacking it, man, for sure. And just to switch gears, man, just talking a little bit. I'm gonna play this video with Andre Ward right here and Rory Jones Jr. right here talking about Canelo and Bud right here. So let me go and play this video for y'all right here.
How much of a factor is the weight going to be in this fight?
I don't think the weight is going to be a factor at all. When you have to boil down to 47, he's coming from 75 or 80. He going to have to boil down to 68 now. When you see your opponent, your body knows right then where we going. The initial press conference, my body changes from that day. My body started like, I don't even want soda. I don't even want candy. Because my body know, oh yeah.
It's work time.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm
so,
transformed.
and his body knows the same thing. So the fact that this time, it ain't like when I went up to heavyweight, he's actually got to boil down to super middle. That's what else people don't know. I had to go up. I had to eat and lift my way up. He's boiling down still, just like Canelo is, to make 68. You understand? That's a different ball game. That's a different animal.
I think it's going to be a factor, but I don't think it's going to be the factor.
No.
I think Terrence he's going to feel it. He's going to feel it when they get inside. He's going to, I think, feel it when the punches land. When he gets a certain reaction, he may not get that reaction, at least early, from Canelo. And that's not just because Canelo has a sturdy frame or is bigger, but Canelo's got underrated defense.
Right.
You know, he don't move his legs a lot, but it's more from the waist up, right? So I think it'll be a factor, but not that big of a factor. But it's a good point that you made. When I went up to light heavyweight, I followed in your footsteps, and I went and consulted with Mackie Shieldstone in New Orleans. He said, you got to get a DEXA scan. Went in there, and that tells you bone density, body fat, all the stuff. And I kept telling him, I'm like, man, I'm going up to 75, I'm going up to 75. He said, you're not going up to 75, you're still cutting weight. He said, he said, you see the DEXA? You're 188. He said, you're cutting to make 175. And I just sat there for a second, I was like, hey, you right.
Exactly.
He said, you're not going up in weight. You're just not losing as much.
Exactly.
And he put it in perspective for me, and that's the same exact thing that's going on with Terrence Crawford. I don't know what he weighs, but if I had to guess, I think he for sure high 70s.
I think he mid or high 80s.
Maybe even high 80s.
Okay, here's my take on this. A while ago, when Crawford fought Jeff Horn, he took like 8 or 9 months off between the undisputed fight and the Horn fight, and he weighed himself. He was 172 before he fought Jeff Horn, before he entered training camp. That let me know immediately this dude's like Duran size. Like he's a big dude, but he can manipulate his weight to go down. He can just shred weight easy. You know what I'm saying? And I always said, like, Crawford and Canelo, there isn't a big giant weight disparity. Well, like size disparity, it may be a weight disparity, but size wise, they're about the same size. I told someone, remember, if you understand boxing, understand history, remember when Shane skipped 140 and went right to 147 to fight Oscar De La Hoya in 2000?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only reason that worked was because they're about the same size. Oscar started at 130, Shane started at 135, so they're about the same size. You know what I'm saying? Same with Leonard and Hagler. They're about the same size. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, or when Winky fought Bernard Hopkins, they're about the same size. And Winky skipped 168 to fight Bernard at 175.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like when Shane fought Winky. Shane versus Winky, you could tell there was a clear weight, size, all that difference. When Oscar fought Bernard Hopkins, you can clearly tell there was a size difference. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a size difference between Canelo and Crawford. The only thing we're worried about in this matchup is, can Crawford fight how he fought against Postal against Canelo? Can he move around for 12 rounds at 168? That's how he's going to beat Canelo. But the whole thing is, can he maneuver for 12 rounds with the weight on him? I think that's the main question. In my opinion, that's the main question mark. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that if it goes to a decision, I don't think they're going to rob Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if they do, it'll be a draw or something like that. But I don't think they'll try and rob them outright like how they've done some other guys. You know, but I also don't. I see knockdowns. I see Crawford. I see Crawford getting knocked down. I don't see Canelo getting knocked down. You know, but I don't think the size is going to be the big difference. I just think impact of blows will be the difference. Can Crawford take the punches at 168 from a 168 pounder? That's another question.
That's my big question, because I hear everything you're saying about the size, and I agree. But at the end of the day, Canelo's used to taking punches from way bigger guys than. I understand that you may spar heavyweights. Sparring is one thing, but in a fight, Canelo's definitely used to hurting and taking punches from way bigger guys. Crawford not so much. So that's my big question.
Okay, I got another one right here. Hold on, let me see this right here.
Right here, this crowd, the people who showed up here, I heard them boo you. What does that feel like?
It's cool. I've been booed before. Hey, listen, they can't fight for him, so it don't matter.
And when they say you're gonna run, what do you have to tell them?
I already said it before. Before we got here, I said, I'm gonna run upside his head.
That's exactly what Floyd told Conor McGregor. They can fight for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think this fight's gonna go similar to like Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya. It's gonna be. It's good. I think it's gonna be more of a phone booth fight than people think. I don't think Crawford's gonna move around as much as people think he is. Because to be honest, Crawford isn't a move around fighter. He never has been. He slides his feet very, very well, but he's never been a mover or a shaker. He's elusive because of how he knows how to slide his feet and his awareness. But you know what I'm saying? He isn't somebody who's got to go in there and have a radar to find, in my opinion. And that's the difference. This is going to be more of a phone booth fight, in my opinion.
Think so? Interesting.
Look how Crawford fought Israel Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? Like, Crawford wasn't trying to move a lot against Madrimov, but Madrimov was trying to do a lot of things against Crawford to get him to move more than he wanted to. So Canelo isn't going to do those things. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo's going to be right there to find. And Crawford's going to be right there to find. The only difference is going to come down to is slight adjustments in defense. Canelo does not like moving his feet. He doesn't cut the ring off well at all, and he's had knee problems since 160.
Yep, I'm about to play this other video right here.
You know, can he take Canelo's shot?
That's what I said. That's the first thing we got to figure out. Can he take that shot? Because, yeah, you could do it in 16-ounce gloves. When I did it in 16-ounce gloves sparring. It was different, but I was like, okay, yeah, I can deal with this. But when you get in that heavyweight fight with them 10s,
it's different word.
And that 10 scrape that chin, now you find out what the real facts are. You
and
feel me?
Come on.
The head game there no more.
Yeah.
That's 10 scrapes that chin. You know? there are a lot of questions that are going to have to be answered on that night. No matter how much we sit and go back and forth, no matter how much the coaches and the trainers go back and forth, the questions are really going to be answered right there in that square, because he got to be able to take his punch and he got to know how to fight him. Simple. Because like you said, that riddle has never been solved. You understand me? But he is way up in weight, so can you take his punch? Can you do what nobody else has done? Can you solve that riddle?
I think Crawford's gonna do several different things in this fight. Personally, I don't see Crawford fighting one way. I think he's gonna switch stances at times. He's gonna try several different things. That's what I think is the wisest to become
Yeah,
unpredictable.
I think that's the key question. Like how Bud is gonna be able to adapt and to Canelo's power in this fight. That's a big question of mine that I pose for everyone.
I think the first 4 or 5 rounds are going to be like a chess match. Crawford may be starting off in orthodox, getting a feel for things. And Crawford likes to feel his opponents before he fights. If you notice, he's had a track record. He was in the fire with Sean, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, I can take this." When he fought Errol, he let Errol hit him. You know what I'm saying? To see, okay, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? Same with Israel Madrimov. He let Izzy hit him and realized, okay, I can take this for 12 rounds. He's going to do the same thing with Canelo. He's going to try and eat a shot from Canelo to see, can I phone booth this, or do I need to finesse my way around him? You know what I'm saying? And that's going to happen within the first 4 to 5 rounds. I think Crawford's going to take like a Lara slash Floyd approach. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, slide around. 1, 2, 3, 4, slide around. Maybe a 1, 2, slide around. Get his points and slide around. I don't think his feet are going to be fast enough to just move out of the way. He's going to have to slide around him.
Yeah, he's going to
and
have
turn
to
him. He's going to have to turn him. That's what Bivol did a lot. Bivol turned Canelo all night.
Yeah.
And once Canelo starts looking at the ref and picking you up, you know what I'm saying? And you know that look on his face he gets was like, come on, really?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like Canelo's not shy to let people know I'm frustrated. This sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think once Crawford can have Canelo get there, well, no matter what point of the fight it is, he has a victory at that point. Because now Canelo's playing a step or 2 behind him. And Canelo has a good IQ, but he's not a genius. And I think people look at the 60-plus wins and think Canelo's a genius boxer. I'm like, he's not a genius boxer. He's a really great boxer. But he's
really
not
good at what he does. But yeah, I feel you.
Let me ask you
he
this.
hasn't reinvented the fucking wheel.
Let me ask you this, because I've seen this too. I've seen people talk about this too. I've seen people talking about how Bud legs would do in his fight for as him moving up in weight and him being 37 and everything.
What was the key for Pacquiao throughout his whole career moving up? His legs. If you look at Pacquiao's legs from 115 all the way up to 154, them Johns was always thick and solid. Even now, even when he fought Thurman and Ugas and Barrios, his legs are solid. And Crawford's legs have always been good. And I think his legs will stay firm even now. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna matter definitely. Like I think this is gonna be like, because we talked about this before on the channel, man. With once Crawford feel that power, how much is he gonna be willing to engage on the inside with Canelo? Because Crawford's not really a big outside fighter for real. He picks his shots, and both of these guys are counter punchers for one.
Yeah, well, Canelo's an inside fighter and Bud's a mid-range fighter.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be real interesting for us, Bud keeping his range with, Canelo and everything. And, the whole factor is out there for us, him, running in this fight and stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? And then, just thinking about, when the fight gets to the middle and the later of the round where, Canelo's going to that body and everything, and it's getting real gritty in there. You know, legs getting tired out there. Like,
I know
and
people were saying, yeah, because people were saying like they're like, oh, Bud's gonna fall like Saunders did, like midway through the fight before the championship rounds. And I said, what a lot of people don't know about Saunders though is like UCAD Saunders and USADA Saunders / VADA Saunders are two different fighters because you can take certain stimulants in UK that you can't take in America. So Saunders in the UK, if you notice, and when he fought in Canada against Lemieux, was like untouchable. You know what I'm saying? And everyone always said, I've watched interviews with fighters in between fights to see who's the gym rats and who love to eat. Saunders loves to eat. He's a gypsy, an old school gypsy pikey. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna drink, he's gonna eat, he's gonna party. And I would see him balloon up like crazy between fights. You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering, like, how the hell is he? I'm like, he's got to be 200 pounds. He's got to be pushing 200 pounds. And then and then the fight with Demetrius Andrade, that was a spotlight. He failed the drug test and couldn't fight and couldn't get the visa to fight in America. And then he had to take some time off. And by the time he came back, he was off the juice, but he was a step behind. He wasn't what he once was. You know what I'm saying? So I always said that wasn't the Saunders. I'm like, the Saunders that Canelo fought wasn't like HBO Saunders. So I'm like, I see this happen. I see this going like a Lara fight, like a combination of. I see this happening more like a Lara fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lara fight was kind of back and forth until Canelo just turned up the pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even like an Austin Trout fight. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we're gonna get bombs. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Because I think both guys are gonna be respectful of the power of each guy. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Crawford knocked out guys 8 years in a row until he fought Majamov. And Majamov's never been stopped. You know, Majamov just came up fight with Ortiz. So Majamov is a really, really tough guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That boy Canelo with that gritted chin, bro. I seen that man doing them them neck workouts, man, the other day, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
Canelo.
like, dog, he just, bro, I just don't like. I see people, a lot of the Bud delusional fans out there talking like he gonna stop Canelo at the early rounds and it's gonna be easy as shit. Bro, this fight is not about to be fucking sweet for fucking Bud Crawford, man. Like that
Canelo gotta
narrative is
go.
so ass. Like I need the fucking boxing fans, the Bud Crawford fans, the Bud delusionals to stop fucking capping out here, believing that this fight is gonna be fucking sweet. They looking at the Spence fight and they thinking he just gonna walk in and do Canelo the same fucking way,
Well,
which
the
is
problem with
fucking blasphemy to me.
Well, the sad thing is, like Derek James said about the Spence fight, Crawford prepared for the right Spence. The right Spence didn't show
And that
up.
boy been he was preparing for Spence for years. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that's like DJ said. Like Crawford prepared for the right Spence. The right Spence didn't show up, and everyone kind of figured. I mean, when people found out there was a second car accident, that's when like the hype behind the fight kind of deflated. Because then people were like, oh, this dude damaged goods. He all
Yeah,
broke up.
I'm just saying in general, these Bud fans, they gotta stop being delusional, talking like, oh, he just gonna stop, Canelo and shit like like it's gonna be an easy night at the office, man. I just don't see it that fucking way. Like, but no, Canelo, he got a granite chin, bro. Like, never been knocked down. Of course, we done seen fucking, Bud hurt with smaller fighters and shit out here. So it's so many interesting factors into this fight now. I mean, that this shit is, getting close up for real.
Oh, I gotta ask, since they just made the announcement today, what do y'all think about Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz at 140 for a title eliminator?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like the fight. Don't get me wrong, I like the fight for sure. I definitely like the fight. I mean, it's just no, it's not an easy fight for Lamont. It's not with that pressure from Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think he really fought a style like that. You know what I'm saying? In recent times, for real.
A pure pressure, a pressure power puncher. No, not like Cruz at the top level. Not like Cruz at the top level. So yeah, when I've heard about the fight, I'm like, what weight are they fighting at? I'm
Yeah,
like,
but 140.
because Pitbull can't even make 135 no more. He was it was just crazy to think, but he even said he can't make 135. So I'm like, and they said it's super lightweight. I'm like 140 back-to-back fights at higher weight classes than you're champion. Okay, Lamont, I gotta give you credit.
Hey, salute to my brother Sam Ironheart. He said the worst version of Canelo is he says give better than the best version of Crawford. So salute to my brother Sam Ironheart.
It's always difficult because when you have two fighters like this, it's almost like you have Canelo, the born superstar, put in position to be what he is now, and then you got Crawford, who kind of had to literally get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And I always say this in boxing: you can't make guys fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like if fighter B says no, or fighter A says no, they say no. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people say Bud should just went to PBC and bit the bullet and just went over there like everybody else did. I said, but at the same time, like that shouldn't have been the only way to make the fights happen. And as we see now with Turkey, it wasn't. So I'm like, I don't give Bud a hard time for his resume because I'm like, he wanted Pacquiao. Pacquiao said he wanted $50 million.
Not only that, he lost to Jeff Horn too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, even before that, before the Jeff Horn fight, they offered Pacquiao Crawford before the Horn fight, and Pacquiao wanted $50 million. And Bob wasn't going to give nobody $50 million.
Yeah.
40.
So, and then you can't be mad at the fact that
he wanted 40 for Bud and he wanted 25 for Errol.
Damn, crazy money. And then you think about the fact that Thurman said no. Danny Garcia turned down the same offer that Sean Porter took. Ugas was literally told, deny the mandatory for the WBO, and I'll make sure you get a championship fight this year. And then we saw Ugas in a WBA regular title fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give Bud a hard time for not getting the fights that he should have sooner because all those guys said no.
Exactly.
Do you guys remember what Thurman said?
Get a belt at welterweight and then we'll fight.
Let me cut all the bullshit. I don't give a damn what was said from who on side on who or that. Bud had every opportunity when he was a free agent to come over to that side on PBC, and he didn't want to do shit with it. Then he stayed over there and re-signed the top rank. So the joke is on him.
Errol was the bully, right? Hold on. I got you. So Errol was the big bully over there, right? So he went over there and beat the shit out the big bully. So what else is supposed to do?
I mean, I'm just saying in particular as far as the whole
beat the brakes off the nigga.
Hold on.
Beat the nigga like he was his dad.
Sheldon, nobody gives a fuck about that shit now. That shit's over. He fights Saturday. My nigga. That shit's over with, my nigga. That's 2 years ago.
And he gonna beat the shit out the Mexican too.
Why do you think it's gonna be so easy? How is Bud going to beat Canelo so easily? I really want to hear a real deep dive.
Bud got the reach. Bud got the footwork advantage. Bud got the IQ. Bud has all the advantages. The only advantage Canelo has is probably power. Size is not an advantage because Canelo came in slim for this fight. So I don't see where Canelo has an advantage yet. He ain't faster. He ain't a better boxer. He don't have the reach. I don't see Bud losing.
I want to ask you guys your takes on Inoue versus MJ.
I got MJ.
Interesting.
Anyway,
I got MJ too. I was seeing Inoue on his pockets the last couple fights. I got MJ.
Here's my take on the MJ Inoue fight. Okay, there's a reason Inoue's team waited this long to make the fight happen. MJ been mandatory for years. Like literal years, he's been in the
years, right?
He's been waiting,
something like that. Yeah.
and you know, Inoue's been on a literal kind of like a Japanese tour right now, and everyone knows that if Inoue wins against MJ, then he's fighting Nakatani sometime mid next year in a Japanese super fight that's possibly going to break all of the viewing records for most watched fight in Japan. You know, I heard they're going to do it in the Tokyo Dome as well. I'm like, gee, that's 150,000 people right there.
Yep.
So MJ is the type of
MJ, what I heard.
I got MJ mainly because he's not going to shy away from Inoue like the other guys do. MJ got a chin. He has enough power to make Inoue is gonna firefight, but only if he knows, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna say that. Inoue is gonna fight back always. But I think what's gonna make this interesting is that Akhmadaliev is going to fight back he's going to answer back every time. And he's going to look to get inside of Inoue. Everyone else kind of stays on the outside or play the mid-range game. You can't do that with Inoue. I think MJ is going to actually take the fight to Inoue. And no one's actually trying to take the fight to Inoue except for Nonito. And Nonito showed that you can have success getting inside the power of Inoue.
I'll say Neri tried to take the fight a little bit, but Nonito was definitely the one. Yeah.
Neri didn't have the IQ to do it because you got to be smart to do it against someone like Inoue because you got a firestorm to get through. So you got to be able to know how to maneuver and operate and slide around and get your way inside the storm. Neri was trying to literally fight fire with fire. You cannot do that with Inoue. He's going to hurt you every time. You know what I'm saying? You got to use a combination of grit, dirtiness, skill, and toughness to beat Inoue. And so, like, who's gonna have all those assets? Someone like Akhmadaliev, 200 amateur fights, popping both hands, speed, durability, confidence, a silver medal in the Olympics.
Kind of nice too.
Footwork is nice. Footwork is nice. And granted, I really see the fight being a draw. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if MJ gets the victory in a majority or a split decision. You know what I'm saying?
I know with too many southpaws, right? I can't remember too many southpaws that Inoue has faced.
Who I think not Goodman. One of the Aussies was a southpaw. He was old. Donaghy. I think Donaghy was a southpaw.
Oh, okay. DJ Donaghy, got you. Okay.
And I think Juan Carlos Payano was a southpaw, but he obliterated him in one round.
Yeah, it doesn't really
and I think that's it. He hasn't really fought that many southpaws, no. But the southpaws he has fought outside of Juan Carlos Payano, Donaghy was older, so I don't really think Donaghy had the vital to go against him. But I will say this: when Inoue was coming up, he did fight in a regional bout against another undefeated southpaw who ended up becoming a 2-division champion. And that's one of Inoue's toughest fights. And that guy was a southpaw because he was able to consistently get inside of Inoue's reach.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and
I'm going anyway on that one.
I think Neri's a southpaw.
Neri was a southpaw as well, yeah.
I'll do a deep dive on that shit Friday on the show Friday. I want to play this video right here with Canelo right here.
If you win this fight, does it cement you as the greatest Mexican boxer of all time?
I don't know. I don't want to say that. I think my numbers gonna talk at the end of my career. For me, it's very important to win. I'm a winner, and for me, it's very important to win every single fight. And this is very important for my legacy. You know, this is huge event. This is something I always dream about it, to have these big fights. And this is not new for me, but I always go there and win and thinking about that win because I'm a winner.
Yeah, now me personally, I ain't gonna be the one to be like, I think he's the greatest Mexican fighter ever, because I definitely don't believe that for sure. Definitely one of them for sure. But
I
this is a
got I
question I
got him.
want to pose. I wanted to pose this question real quick for y'all. Now, do y'all think, like, to me personally, I feel like Bud looks comfortable. You know what I'm saying? As far as the whole scenery of everything going on this week, from the grand arrivals and everything, from what I seen, do y'all think this moment could be possible big for, for Bud? Because we done seen, Canelo, he done fought in the stadium before. You know what I mean? So,
No,
Bud doesn't
because
have that experience.
Bud won his first world title in front of 15,000 in Scotland.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ricky Burke.
So
this
like
is
I can't. I would
60,000. So this
like he literally had to go
60,000
and
and 15 and 60,000 is a big total fucking difference.
no,
This ain't the same.
it's all about atmosphere though. You know what I'm saying? Like there will never like there's like the European fight atmospheres are always crazier than America. Always like you
I say this is
feel
totally
like
different from
No
this
doubt.
shit because
No
of the
doubt.
fact that it's in a whole football stadium that's big as shit.
I don't think
And
that matters in a sense because I think atmosphere matters more so than the volume of people. Look, I performed in front of individuals. I performed in front of stadiums and auditoriums and arenas. I performed in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that if you have stage fright, you got stage fright. The lights are the lights, whether they're super bright or whether they're on a stage, in my opinion. But maybe it's because I'm an extrovert and I just love the show. But at the end of the day, when you are in an atmosphere like a hostile, like when you're in Japan, you feel like it's an away game. If you're from a foreign country, if you're
Yeah.
in Germany, if you're in especially like UK or Ireland or Scotland, those places, or Russia, or Australia, you are not welcome. Pretty much, there isn't energy like that in America when it comes to foreign fighters like that because we're such a melting pot. So
Have you seen
I don't think
Have you
the
seen Bud
moment.
in the interviews?
Yeah,
How's he look to you?
comfortable.
Calm as shit. Calm.
Cool as a cucumber.
Like he's like it's another day in the office, like how James Tony
Another
would
day
look
in the
during
office.
press conferences.
Crawford's never been the type to me. I'm big on like fighters, how they carry themselves and personality and this and that. So Crawford's never indicated to me that he's the type to be faced by that at all.
This dude got shot. This dude literally, like, he literally rolled up. He literally rolled up on goons in his own neighborhood to get his stolen car back. Like, I don't think we're talking about a guy that's among shook ones at all.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? I remember him telling Jose Benavidez, "We could go outside and do this for free. We don't got to get paid for this shit."
I remember that too. Yep.
Like Crawford's here for legacy. He doesn't care about the glitz and glamour. He's not doing it for the hits and the clicks and stuff like that. He's literally doing it to make a name in boxing history for himself. It's not his fault that we're in that era. I don't think we're in it. I don't think it's granted. He's doing it for money. He is doing it. I'm not saying he's not doing it for
that's
money.
what a fucking bag.
But that's the difference. But see, here's the difference, though. He's not doing this for me, you, no fan, nobody. Bud is doing this to prove it to him. He wants to prove it to himself. I can beat this dude. That's why he's doing it.
Like, think about it. Like Pernell. Pernell took the fight against Chavez in Texas with all the cards against him, knowing full well I can beat this dude.
Yeah, and he beat him.
Shane Mosley, I'll ask you can have whatever you want because I know I can beat you. Marvin Hagler had the same mindset. I'll give Sugar Ray Leonard whatever he wants because I know I can beat him.
I remember James Toney versus Michael Nunn. Same thing.
You can have whatever you want.
Yep.
Because I know I can beat you.
We're gonna knock him out anyways. What he said.
Yeah.
and he did.
Well, like round 11, round 12, round 11 type shit, like toward like the
Round
end of
11,
the
he knocked him out in the 11th round. He knocked him out in the 11th round.
He was pitching a shout out, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was down on all three scorecards.
No, let's keep it all the way live, fellas. He was getting his ass whooped. Michael Nunn was whooping his ass.
Frame. James even said he was like, he had a kind of like, am I getting hit by one person? He said the punches just coming from everywhere. He said the only person similar he fought like that was RJJ. The punches just coming from everywhere.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I don't see an advantage that Alvarez has besides power. I don't really see an advantage that he has. I don't think he's faster. He doesn't have the reach. I don't think he's a better boxer. I don't think he has a better fight IQ. I don't see an advantage that he has.
Just to give you my take on the Inoue fight real quick, I got Inoue by stoppage late, but I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
I can see that too. Look, like Inoue winning isn't out of the picture. He can. This is a closer to a 50-50 fight than people want to think it is.
I think so too. Yeah.
This is like a hardcore boxing fans fight. This isn't a casual fans fight. Junto Nakatani, that's the casual fans fight.
Yeah. I got Junto on that one, but nevertheless, we need to see this one. And supposedly he's fighting Picasso too, and I forgot who Junto's fighting before that whole thing plays out.
What y'all got
So
on
let me ask you this.
What's up?
What happens if Inoue loses? Does the Nakatani fight still happen?
No, probably a rematch clause is in the picture to make a rematch happen to save the Nakatani fight. They'll just move the Nakatani fight ahead. And then to be honest, Japanese don't care about losses like we do in America. Yes. So they'll still push the fight happen as a non-title super fight. It'll still do stupid numbers because the Japanese, that's the one thing I hate about American fans. Like you in America, it's almost like, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? If you're a fighter. In England, you can be a one-time champion with no title defense, and they will call you champ to the day you die.
Yeah, the only place I've seen on the planet that treats a loss like they do is USA, bro. Like I haven't seen anywhere else. I haven't seen that in Mexico.
Look at Chisora. Look at Chisora. Chisora got rich, and he got what, 15 losses?
Bro, look at Orlando Salido, a 3-time world champion with 15, 16 losses.
Yep.
Mexico don't give a shit. They still gonna count them. They still gonna love them. A bum will never come out their mouth.
That's how it should be. To be honest.
And that bastard beat Lomachenko.
He did. I see.
Beat him up too. Humbled his ass. Beat him up.
I love how he's like, no, I'm not even going.
My brother KQKC boxing, man, the OG, man. Salute to the OG KQKC, man, in the building, man. Hey, man, I wanted to do this too, right here. So, man, another little quote right here from. This is a quote from Victor Ortiz right here, where he was saying, "Oh man, where the fuck I got rid of that?" All right. So he was saying with Canelo, it's like an unstoppable force. It wasn't really explosive, but man, it was heavy. He has heavy hands. I think Canelo is going to win, but a loss is not going to tarnish Crawford's career. I'm not saying he can't win the fight, but I don't see Crawford winning it at all.
If Crawford loses, they'll completely underrate his entire career. Or overrate. They'll completely overrate his entire career if he loses.
Yeah, they'll piggyback on.
Now, who says this? Who said this?
Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz.
Virgil.
Virgil.
Virgil Ortiz said that, right? Let me ask you a question, Cam. Let me ask you a question, Cam. Let me ask you a question. What was Virgil supposed to say?
I mean, he's not a part of Team Canelo, though.
He's not a part of Team Canelo, but he is a part of Team Canelo, if you know what I mean.
Oh, the Mexican heritage trope. I got you.
Yeah, I know you want to say this Mexican shit. Yeah, you can say that. If that's the case. But I'm just saying in general.
Exactly what it is. You ain't gonna find. Look on YouTube. Look on YouTube. You're gonna find one Mexican that's gonna pick. You're not gonna find one Mexican that been in the ring with Canelo or didn't been in the ring with Canelo that's gonna pick Bud. You're not gonna find one.
I mean, what do y'all think about what Amir Khan had to say about it?
Hold on, you're not gonna find one what, Shelton?
You're not gonna find one Mexican boxer that's in the game right now that's gonna pick Bud. Not one. Except for him to be there. Except for Benavidez. Benavidez don't give a shit. Except
Talking
for
about Ben Rodriguez, Rafael Espinosa. It's hella Mexicans that be cooking shit.
Okay, so who did they pick for this fight?
You know Bud is the underdog, right? You do know Bud Crawford's the underdog, right? In this fight, right?
I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. Last time I checked, Dimitri Bivol was the underdog too, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna pose this question here. All right.
Bud ain't Bivol.
If this was 1988, would we be picking Leonard or Hagler?
Hagler.
I still got Leonard.
Bro,
I had him back then.
I love the confidence. My man said I'm 10 toes down with it.
And Marvin won the goddamn fight.
And thank you. And thank you very much. Yep.
Look, man. What's going on, Cam? What's going on, panel?
If this was 2000, we be
hey, y'all. I was sitting back, and I'm sitting back in the back, and I'm back in the cut, and I'm listening. And oh man, y'all glazing Bud up like he the fresh turkey and ham and shit during holiday season and shit, man.
I like BLT.
Come on, man. Bud a piece of shit, yo. Let's be honest. Hold up. Let me get this off, yo. Let me get this off, yo.
All comers welcome.
I don't like Bud for shit.
If it wasn't obvious.
Bud, when it come to boxing, look, Bud, and I thought this at 147, Bud, you know what I mean? Even though he been fed the best tomato cans in the fucking business, you know what I mean? Over at Top Rank, to pump him up and inflate him with that whack ass resume. Bob didn't put him in the ring, but nobody. He didn't even want to make the fight with him and Earl Spence. You know what I mean? The same way he protected his other fighters to this day. At some point in time, you got to feed the boxer so that he can see where he at. See if he got that Doug in him. You know what I mean? Seriously. But I'm like this, man. But I always thought he the best switcher in the game. You know what I mean? He got good footwork and he used his arm length and his body position and feet perfectly in order to keep you at bay so that he can deliver where you need to deliver. That accumulation of punches that will eventually put you down. Now, that's Bud at 147. I don't know who the hell this Bud is at 168. I don't know who the hell he was at 154. Because I haven't been seeing the same Bud in the ring fighting. And another thing is this. Bud talks so much shit that he never backed the shit up. And I'm going to tell you why. When he was talking shit with Spence, he told the Charlo brothers, first, I'm going to come get Spence, then I'm going to come up and I'm going to get you, and I'm going to get your brother, and blah, 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 blah. Just like his little mini-me clone, Shakur Stevenson, who fights like Bud with a slight touch of Floyd Mayweather with that trash ass shoulder roll and Philly shell he be trying to do, where he need to cut that shit out. But anyway, back to Bud. You know what I mean? Look, man, Bud at 147 is not Bud at 168. Y'all gotta wake up to that and realize that he gonna go and he gonna stay in the pocket because he ain't got it in him to run from a fight. We already know that. He ain't no punk. Matter of fact, he a fucking bully. The way he be treating motherfuckers around him. He a bully. You know what I mean? And all good bullies have one thing in common. When that right motherfucker get up in that grill and punch him in the face like Mike Tyson say, everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face. That's the same thing that happened to Mike Tyson when he got in that ring with Evander Holyfield. Now, keeping in mind, I'm not liking Canelo to be like Evander. You know what I mean? But he is one thing. He's a bully buster. That's what one thing Cinnamon is. Cinnamon will get in the ring with bullies. He don't get bullied. He don't give a fuck about bullies. And Bud is a bully. Now, Bud moving up into this man neighborhood trying to take what he got. And y'all think that Cinnamon just going to roll over and say, here you go. Here you go. I know Turkey was your boy, but you can have the belts. No,
Ain't
that
nobody
ain't
said
going to
that,
happen,
B.
y'all. That
Ain't
shit ain't
nobody
going to
said
It's gonna
happen.
be
that.
easy.
No,
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
I'm saying that shit ain't going to happen. He ain't going to
Oh, you
move
can
up
say
in that
that. Now
man
that's your opinion.
neighborhood and
That's
take
your
his
opinion,
shit
and
from
that's
him
fine.
like that.
But
And
we
you're not going
saying
to,
that the shit ain't easy, and Bud gonna go up
no.
there and take that shit.
What
That's what
I'm
we saying.
saying is,
You can have your opinion.
it ain't going down like that. Bud ain't going up there and taking shit like y'all hoping and praying
And
he
that's
do.
your opinion.
He ain't
And that's
knocking
your
out.
opinion.
He ain't knocking out. He ain't knocking out. He ain't knocking
That's
out
your
Canelo.
opinion.
Crawford
He ain't knocking out Canelo. He's
That's
not
your
knocking him out.
opinion.
Never said that.
Listen, bro. That's your opinion. We don't know what's gonna happen till Saturday night. We don't know.
Hey, David,
Nobody knows.
how do
Oh,
you see the
no, shit, more. No. You've been on record the last month, 2 months talking about Bud gonna step on Canelo. It's gonna be easy. He gonna do him like Spence.
Who
I
said
put my
that?
money on
I
it,
never
Cam.
said that
But
shit.
Cam,
You saying
the
all
difference
that. We
between
gonna
me,
wait and see what
the
happens
difference
I ain't
between
never
Saturday.
me,
said that.
Hell no, we don't
the
wait.
difference
I
between
never
me,
said
We
Bud was
don't
going to
want to
beat
hear all
Canelo.
that.
no, but the difference between me and everybody else is I put my money on it.
That's
See, I put my
cool.
money on it.
I never said that Bud was going to walk in there and step on Canelo and change my
I
mind.
No. You
said
said
you, David.
Canelo
I'm
is
talking
gonna
about
stop
Chef
at Bud
Moore.
I said
though.
You
Canelo
talking
ain't
about
going to
me?
let that
You talking
motherfucker
about
come up
me?
there and take his
I say
shit.
Bud.
No,
I
I'm
say
talking
Bud
about Chef
Crawford.
Moore, Dave.
Bud Crawford is gonna go into Allegiant Stadium and bust his motherfucking ass. He's gonna beat him.
But then you just said, "Oh, we gotta wait and see Saturday. Wait and see that, like on some
No,
nervous,
I'm saying
scary
Cam.
shit
Who said
almost
that?
just now, man.
I ain't
Listen,
say
It's
that
Cam.
shit.
nervous
Listen, Cam.
almost just
Hold
now.
on, Cam.
I
Wait a
ain't
minute.
never
Listen,
said that
I
shit.
said that. Listen. I said that because I can't shit on that man's opinion. That man says Canelo's a bully buster and Canelo gonna do this and that. I think Canelo's a bitch and he gonna get his ass whooped. But that's his opinion, and that's my
Hey, that's
opinion.
your opinion.
Exactly. That's
Opinions
all
like
I'm saying.
assholes. Everybody got one.
David, let me ask you, how do you see the fight, David?
Look, man, this is how I see the fight. I see the fight like this. You'll be able to tell the tide of the fight by the sixth, maybe seventh round.
I said the same thing.
Now, we know Bud like to go in there and do like he do, and he go and keep his distance. Like I said, he ain't no bitch. And he ain't just gonna go up in there and do the Shakur. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we realize and we gotta admit, Bud been taking a whole lot of bullshit ass shots since he moved up in weight. And he's gotten slower. All of this muscle mass is gonna wear on him during the time of the fight. And that plays into Canelo's hand. Because Canelo like to beat, he like to break you down. He like to beat you all over your body. He ain't just head hunting, and he ain't just going to the body. He going to all the other regions. He going to your arms, going to your shoulder, punch you in your thigh, punch you in your hip when the referee hitting. And when he hit you in your hips, he hitting you with heavy shots in the hips. You know what I mean? So that being said, it all depends. Hold on a second. Alexa, alarm off.
Oh, we got a 6-man in the
All
joint.
of that, yeah, all of that said, though. All of that being said, that's why I say you'll be able to see what happens in between 6th, 7th, 8th round. That's when it's going to start to get on you. That's when the hot lights set in. That's when you sweat a whole lot more than you do in the ring. You know what I mean? Then we get to see if these muscles are going to drain blood of strength and drain them and make them even more exhausted. Canelo is used to that. He's been fighting at 168 for the longest. He's naturally the bigger fighter. Bud not naturally the bigger fighter. Another thing to watch, how Bud rehydrate after the weigh-in. Reason why I say this, we all know they using IVs. And I'm gonna smack the gorilla in the room straight up in the face. Both of them motherfuckers juicing. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Both of them. One eating steak and one is using snack pack. Plain and simple. But other than that,
So what's the difference? There's no advantage there. If they both
it all depends on
They both on that good cushion alcohol. So
Yep. It all depends on how Bud rehydrates and how he hydrates and what he's hydrating on when he get that IV. Because I think that's another
be
thing.
on the light heavyweight limit.
And I
He gonna be
believe
like
that's
177, 170. He won't be pushing 180. Canelo gonna be like 181, 182.
I believe, but you also gotta remember Nevada got a what you would call them that says you only allow they got a rehydration clause.
Within
you
how
only
many
allowed to go a
pounds?
certain amount of pounds
that's right.
over during the
How many? IBF got it. IBF got
I
it to
think
10.
it's
So
like
is it 10?
They got a certain amount for each weight class.
Okay,
Exactly.
so let's say if it's 10, so they both gonna be pushing 180, 178, 177, 178. Now they can't have dinner, they can't have breakfast.
Right. But my thing is this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Look, Bergen sit up there and he want to and not bob, not weave, not pivot, move his head or his upper body, and then against Canelo if he want to, and he going to end up going out just like what you would call him, just like what's his name, the one that smacked the fuck out of Charlo, and then fucked up the Caleb Plant. Yeah. He can go in there and he can do that shit if he wants to.
Well, no, Caleb Plant didn't have experience.
Canelo
to be able to make the adjustments.
Canelo will knock his block off. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have
but
no
at the
problem
same
with that.
time,
But what I would have a problem with if the nigga went in there and bitched out like Charlo. I'd have a problem with that.
Right.
Went out like a hoe.
yeah, I had a problem with that when Charlo did that shit. I was like, damn, nigga, I thought you was gonna go in there and handle business, nigga.
Well, here's
I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, here's the backstory.
And you know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get my boy. Let me get my boy. Let me get my boy saying Ironheart in here.
In the fifth round.
Hold on, Dave. Let me get saying Ironheart in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah. Let him cook. Let him cook because I'm about to get disrespectful as fuck. I'm about to get disrespectful. Well, you know what? Pardon me. I don't get disrespectful. I'm just about to be. I'm just about to keep it real. But yeah, go ahead, keep cooking.
Speak it. Speak that shit.
Pop your shit.
Speak that shit, Ironheart.
Go ahead, pop your shit, Sam.
Absolutely.
Nah, man. I'm sick of these motherfuckers. Week after week, I hear Crawford with a new superpower, man. That I ain't never seen him show in the ring. I ain't never seen this nigga. Yo.
He said
everything from the fucking
Crawford turning to Vin Diesel.
Look, man.
You seen him beat the shit off your boy. You seen him beat your brakes off your boy.
Crawford was a sniper. Say what?
You seen him beat the brakes off your boy.
How long didn't he just have a fight? Didn't he just have a fight that you should be celebrating? But he got his ass
I'm
whooped by
celebrating.
somebody with 10
I'm
fights, right?
celebrating the fight on the 13th.
So you
I
got
don't
to
give a
go
fuck
back
about
2
what
years
happened last
ago.
year.
You got to go back 2 years ago to talk about some shit that we don't care about
I'm
because somebody
celebrating
just whooped his
Saturday.
ass
He
and
whooped
had
his
10
Mexican's
fights.
ass. It don't matter.
All right, well, look, I ain't done. Look, I just got started.
Got 68 fights, and he gonna whoop his ass.
Hey, that's all well and good, but we all know who's in
Where
that
my
man's corner.
popcorn?
Your boy, first off, Crawford moved like an underconfident motherfucker. Anybody that's a fan of his obviously see Crawford beating them the fuck up. And niggas just think niggas think because they'll get beat up by Crawford that he gonna do it to Canelo. That shit's not gonna fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, it ain't nothing in this world that I know. Never mind getting in the ring. Never mind being in the ring. It ain't nothing that I've ever seen Crawford do that he could do better than Canelo. I don't know if this motherfucker could catch a football better than Canelo. He ain't got a better jab than Canelo. He ain't got a better cross, hook, uppercut. Man, Canelo speak better English than this motherfucker. So I don't know
wild.
I don't know.
Wow, y'all.
Yo, I'm just trying to figure out where all of these superpowers come from. First, he got IQ. He's a switch hitter. We ain't never seen this motherfucker seamlessly switch hit nobody in a fight. We ain't never seen Crawford demonstrate that level of IQ or nothing. Niggas want to talk about IQ and accuracy. I left the stats from his last fight, last performance. He threw 433 punches, only landed 95. That means
he shitted up the place.
Yeah, that means he's going to need never 1,000 punches to hit Canelo less than 200 motherfucking times. And niggas is saying that he's supposed to knock Canelo out. So how's he going to knock Canelo out in less than 200 punches when he just hit Madrimov 100 times and Madrimov ain't buckle, ain't stagger, ain't respect nothing that he threw. So where the fuck is y'all getting this bullshit from?
I never said he was going to knock out Canelo. I'm so sorry, sir, that you have been triggered by super fans of Crawford. But I have a biased mindset over here because, goddamn, my boy, like I'm a fan, but I'm not that big of a fan, to where I'm just giving him different attachments and special abilities.
Look, hey man, but you know what I'm talking about though. You know I'm not lying.
I understand what you're saying from a degree, but goddamn, my boy, like I believe Crawford got a shot, but I'm not saying Crawford got all these tangibilities that's just gonna make him overcome what is reality. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see a stoppage from Canelo. Can I see it going the distance and it going to Crawford? Yes, but I just have a biased mentality on things. I can see things that Canelo does well: punch selection, volume, the ability to I always say this: Canelo has his left hand is like a unicorn. When he throws it out, is it a hook? Is it an uppercut? Is it a jab? You don't know until he throws it at the end. He has the ability to blend his left hand into one of three punches, but you don't know until he throw it. You know what I'm saying? So
if your hands is in the right place, you ain't got to worry about that because your hands is made to protect your temple and your elbows is made to protect your organs. So as long as this nigga keep his hands in the right place, he ain't got to worry about that. But Crawford seemed to like to get hit. The nigga damn near seemed like a punch magnet.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not talking about fundamental shot. I'm talking about like Canelo has perfected the ability to manipulate what punch you think is gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
But the whole thing is that principle is principle. That's what principle is there for. Your hands are supposed to be in the proper place, so it don't matter what the fuck Canelo throw. It's only going to go at one of 6 places that a boxer is trained to aim for. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might hit the arms and all the other shit, but as long as you guard your temple and your jawline, he ain't got to worry about no knockout. But we know that Crawford's not smart enough for that. But I'm just saying,
it's not
in reality,
well, you still got the body shots you still have to worry about. That's my whole thing. Is like Canelo has the
that's what
ability.
your elbows is there for. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying for sure. But it's really not as much of a thinking game that people's trying to make it because you ain't got no footage out of 40-something fights. You can't find no footage where Crawford has made somebody miss 3 times in a row. Pointed out.
And I never said
well, he needs to be that type of fighter for somebody like Canelo who will make you miss 6, 7, 8 in a row.
It depends on the fighter. There's like Canelo's selective what he uses his head movement with. We've seen that many times.
All right, but that's all well and good. You know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, man. In reality, we know this motherfucker ain't never fought nobody that's a shadow as talented as Canelo is. And yeah, Canelo has taken safe fights too. Canelo ain't win against no big punchers or nothing like that. But the niggas that he went against would definitely beat the shit out of Crawford.
We really don't know. That's the whole thing of what pound for pound was created for.
Hold on. You said who don't know? Who don't know this?
I said
who's at a loss now? And I'm not in that we bunch because I don't need to see somebody get beat the fuck up to know that they'll get beat the fuck up. For example, if Canelo does not knock out Crawford, first of all, it's disrespectful to even entertain the idea of Crawford going 12 rounds with Canelo. But I'll take it a step further. If Canelo does not knock Crawford the fuck out, then he needs to retire because I don't need to see David beat him the fuck up to know that David will beat him the fuck up if Crawford goes 12 with him, because Crawford ain't going 12 with no Benavidez. Plain and simple. So if Canelo,
I don't know where David Benavidez comes into this.
he wouldn't dare fight Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Crawford's scared to fight anybody damn near with a heartbeat.
I'm talking about Canelo. Canelo's the motherfucker that's running for Benavidez. He's never gonna fight that.
I know that, bro. But what I'm saying is that if a smaller Crawford survives 12 rounds with Canelo, that I don't need to see Canelo fight Benavidez, because if Canelo goes in there just to survive with Benavidez, he's going to die. And we already know.
Let me tell you this. I've never wanted to see Canelo fight Benavidez because I always knew what the outcome was going to be.
Me too. But at the same respect, me too. But in the same respect, and when you a champion, you can't fake the funk. When you a champion, you got to fight whoever's at the top of the fucking mountain. You need
to write your boy Canelo or call him or text him or something and tell him that, because he obviously don't believe that.
I remember when they said. I remember when they talked about David Benavidez fight, and I'm all like, David versus Canelo is similar to when Paul Williams fought Antonio Margarito. Volume. Just the volume.
Well, it's not just volume. He's also a hard puncher as well, and that's what Canelo knows he's going up against. Canelo's
Paul was a low-key hard puncher.
Who?
Paul Williams was a low-key hard puncher.
He fought Canelo?
No, he got into that motorcycle accident, so the fight got canceled. He got paralyzed, so the fight got canceled.
Damn.
Yeah, so the fight, people don't know that Paul was actually scheduled to fight Canelo, but he got into that horrible accident and that the fight never happened. So yeah.
Man, I didn't know.
Damn, that's unfortunate. But I was just saying that Canelo.
Remember Lara whooped Paul Williams' ass though?
Lara whooped Canelo ass. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that Canelo's kryptonite. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's kryptonite is a volume puncher, or an effective puncher. And if you got both of them going for it, because Canelo does not throw heavy volume. Canelo concentrates all his punches on a knockout shot. So if he don't land that knockout shot, that's where you have people like Amir Khan, who, you know what I'm saying, Amir Khan, who we know that Canelo's more dangerous, but if Amir Khan could have survived, he could have outboxed Canelo.
Yeah.
And it was somebody else who also played the same cards that could have outboxed Canelo. But if you were somebody like not Austin Trout, because we already seen what Canelo did to him. Like, he landed that big punch. I think Austin Trout has some holes in this game. But honestly, I think Errol Spence would have beat the living shit out of Canelo. Plain and simple. Now, this fight doesn't happen with Crawford, so people might want to, discredit and act like Spence ain't have the formula. Spence was a big puncher and a volume puncher. And somebody who would throw 700-800 punches in a round and accurate. I mean, not in a round, but pardon me. Somebody who would throw 700-800 punches in a fight and accurate. Canelo don't put out that type of volume.
The Spence that beat Porter could be.
You talking about the Spence? You talking about Spence before the accident or Spence after the accident?
Before the Spence that beat Porter could beat Canelo. Actually, I believe that.
Every Spence before Crawford beat Canelo.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
And I mean, would embarrass him because Canelo's lazy.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm saying Canelo
I don't think anybody's going to embarrass Canelo.
Nah, bro. Now the reason why I say, all right, this is the reason why I say embarrassing. And pardon me for I ain't trying to be domineering or nothing, but this is the reason why I say embarrassed. On some real shit, I feel like Spence was hated on because he was all fundamentals. This nigga had no magic tricks, and they didn't know how to market just fundamentals coming out of the Floyd era. So people wanted to put all of this, all this magician work, into the head movement, footwork, and all of that other shit. But Spence is a straight textbook. If you want to learn how to throw a jab, cross, hook, uppercut, when to throw it, you could look at an Errol Spence performance and get a clear blueprint on how to be a basic boxer. And I think that motherfuckers did not like that shit.
Was Winky Wright ever accepted as a true superstar of boxing? No. And that was because he wasn't flashy. Same thing with Spence. You know what I'm saying? Right. But here's the thing: when Winky said this, I got more love in England than I did in America when I was a champion. You know what I'm saying? And that's just mainly because England, which is hard to, but England has a more fundamental understanding of boxing on a one-on-one level than Americans do.
And look, they're the same way with hip hop too. Yeah. England is the same way with motherfucking hip hop. The white crowd will be rapping the Nas. They'll be rapping an entire Nas verse bar for bar, and you have a homeboy that can't read a paragraph out loud.
And that's because in England, and that's mainly because like in England, poor isn't like a race thing. Anybody can be poor in England because over there, that's like the reality. While in America, it's more considered like, well, only people of color are really that poor, while there are a lot of white people that are poor, but it's not really talked about like that in America.
You said it's a class system, it's not a race system.
Yeah, America is based on the class system.
Class system.
So let me ask you this. I've never asked you this before, so let me ask you this. I heard what you said. So what happened to Spence on June 29th? What was the problem?
You said what happened to who? You said,
come on, man. You know what happened.
Hold on.
I'm using GPS at the same time.
Hold on. No. Fuck all of that, yo. Y'all Spence. The man broke off a fight, man, Jamal Blaze. You talking about Errol Spence, dog. You talking about man, Jamal Blaze.
I want to answer his question. I want to answer his question because look, what these Bud fans don't know is that they just as weak as they fragile ass hero. Okay. So I can go ahead and knock that out the water. What'd you say?
I just want to know what happened on the 29th. That's all. I just want to know what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, according to your boy's coach, Victor Conti, he said out his own mouth and verbatim not to take anything away from Terrence. But now that means that he started the statement with that, not to take anything away from Terrence, which means that he's acknowledging that Errol Spence was compromised. This is Terrence Crawford's corner. So never mind me and what the fuck I think. This is your boy's corner that says Spence went running up some mountain and some shit, and he had heat exhaustion, or he had some type of exhaustion, and that's why he didn't fight as the truth that night. That's exactly what your boy Victor Conti said.
Well,
so ask your corner, what was wrong with Spence?
Ill with a broken rib, why did he take the fight? Why didn't he pull out?
But probably because he was a man. I'm saying, ask Crawford why he ain't take a rematch. Ask Crawford why he ain't take a rematch.
Yeah, ask him why he ain't do it.
Take a rematch for what?
Oh no! What you mean for what? They had an agreement.
Listen to me. Let me say this slowly so you understand what I'm saying. The dude still ain't been cleared to fight. 2 years later.
Hey yo, so who did he call out after Spence? Who did he call out after Spence that he could have fought?
Why he ain't fight the Charlo brothers? Why he ain't fight the Charlo brothers at 154?
Because the Charlo brother went up there and bitched out with Canelo.
No. They ain't got nothing to do with fucking Bud. They ain't got nothing to do with Bud, bitch ass.
Bud talked all that bullshit. He talked bullshit to them niggas.
Both of them, the other niggas, the young niggas, the youngest niggas a bitch, and the oldest nigga.
Hey, cuz, hold on. Let me get this guy. Let me get at my man's, yo. I like this guy. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. All right, you said somebody's a bitch, right?
He's a bitch.
Do you?
He went out like a hoe.
You said who's a bitch?
He went out like a hoe. He didn't even compete with that man. He quit.
Oh, you talking about Canelo and Charlo, right?
Charlo quit.
No,
Right. All
we
right. So
talking about why
respect that. All
Bud
right.
ain't
So
fighting.
respect to that.
He went out
Hold on.
on
So, all right,
bitch.
respect to that. All right. So what's the excuse for a nigga who got 41 fights fighting somebody with 10 fights? What is that, a champion or a bitch?
The nigga
Which
had the
line does
belt,
he
right?
teeter on?
What's the
The
I'm
nigga
saying
had
what?
the belt, right? Did he have a belt? The 10 fight
That
nigga,
nigga
did he
got
have the
that
belt?
shit in the mail.
Fam, I would have got the
Okay,
belt from that nigga. What you talking about?
I mean,
How you
why
get
didn't
the
you?
belt is
I
the
would have just, why
question.
didn't you? I'm just saying.
Motherfucker,
There was nobody
he
else
was
to
all the way
fight.
over there in
Who else was
Saudi
there to fight?
Arabia somewhere. Nobody heard of Madrimov until Terrence Crawford cherry-picked the nigga and ended
Now
up getting
that's
his
a
ass
fact.
whipped.
I
Now
knew about
everybody trying to act like.
Nobody heard of that, bro.
Now hold on.
Nobody
Now
heard of
everybody.
that. That's true.
Now hold on. Look, niggas rather say these butterflies, these Bud fans rather say out they fucking mouths, and they think that we believe them. They rather say out their mouths that Madrimov was better than what the fuck we think. How about Bud is worse than what the fuck y'all been marketing and lying about? The nigga made him miss 350 times. He made Crawford miss 350 times. What's the excuse for that?
I'm giving you that. I'm giving you that. But I got a better answer though. How about this? If Bud is so bad as you say he is, tell the redhead Mexican to prove it on Saturday. Prove it.
He's fighting 3 niggas. The redhead's fighting 3 niggas.
That
Is it
ain't
a
my
fair
business.
fight? Could you admit
took
that?
the fight. Did you sign up to take the fight? Did you sign the contract?
Hey, that's all well and good, but are you gonna give him credit for? Are you gonna give him credit for beating 3 niggas?
It's not my
Are you gonna
business.
give him credit for beating Turkey?
If you got a problem with it, don't take the fight.
Canelo's had the deck stacked against fighters almost his whole career. They almost trying to rob the Floyd fight.
If you got a problem with the 3 niggas that Canelo got to fight, Canelo don't take the motherfucking fight. You took it. No excuse.
Hey, yo, what I'm saying is that don't try to act like your man's is a warrior. First of all, it takes an underconfident motherfucker to work with Victor Conte in the first place. You can't be a warrior and go over there. You can't be a brave nigga and go over there. You're literally the opposite
So
of
when
that.
he beats, so what is Canelo when he get his ass beat? He's not a warrior anymore when he get his ass whooped, Saturday?
Who said that? What if he go to Victor Conte, he ain't. If you go to the snack program, then he's not. That's for damn sure.
Well, Bud is with the snack program. Bud is with Victor Conte. If Canelo had an issue with it like you do, he shouldn't have took the fight, right?
I mean, well, Bud's still from Nebraska. He probably still see the bitch in him.
What?
No, I said Bud is still from Nebraska. He probably see the softness in that nigga. Ain't no great nigga from Nebraska in history anywhere. Name a great thing done in Nebraska. Name a hard nigga. Name a great rapper from Nebraska, nigga. Name a great anything from Nebraska.
Warren Buffett.
What does that have to do with boxing?
I said name a great nigga. He said Warren Buffett. See what I'm talking about?
What does that have to do with boxing?
You see what I'm talking about?
Fucking
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll give you another
Am I
one.
bullying
Have you
niggas
heard
right
of a nigga
now?
named Bob Gibson? Have you heard of a nigga named Bob Gibson?
I feel like I'm doing my man's the same way Canelo gonna do
No,
Crawford
I'm
on
asking you.
Saturday.
Have you ever heard of a nigga named Bob Gibson?
Bob Gibson? I don't think you heard of that nigga. I think you just looked him up.
No, Bob Gibson's a pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, bro. I'm 60 years old. I don't have to look up Bob Gibson.
Oh, my bad. Don't say pardon me.
I saw him pitch.
Congratulations. Oh my God. Like Bob Gibson's a legend. The last sub-2 ERA pitcher in history.
Hey yo, who the fuck plays baseball?
He can be the first one ever from Nebraska. That's fine. I mean,
It's kind of hard to play baseball if you ain't got a dad. So.
I mean, that's good. I mean, hey, look, all that shit don't matter. What matters is the redhead Mexican go get his ass whooped Saturday night. That's what matters.
Because I'm just saying, how? Based on what?
Well, give me a breakdown of how he gonna get his ass whooped, though, Mr. Sheldon.
Okay, like I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Bud has the reach advantage, he has the footwork advantage, he has the speed advantage. And the size is not gonna matter because Canelo came in slimmer for this fight. Against this Mexican guy.
Did you say speed?
Yeah.
As long as that motherfucker was in there against Madrimov, the most times he got hit in that ring against Madrimov.
He's faster than this Mexican guy. He's faster than this Mexican guy.
Yo, he won't be after the motherfucking 5th round.
Madrimov hit him 5 times. Madrimov hit him with 5 right hands. No lead setup. He ain't set it up with a
doesn't matter what
jab.
Madrimov did.
He ain't.
King the Mexican
Look.
do it.
He ain't fake him.
Listen,
He ain't try to
he ain't a
outsmart him.
Mexican. What
It doesn't
being
matter what King
Mexican got to
the
do with
Mexican
it?
do.
What being
Doesn't matter
hold
what
on? What
Madrimov
being
did. King the Mexican
hold
do it.
on?
Hold
What
on,
being
yo.
Mexican got to do with it? What being the
King the
Mexican
Mexican
got to
do
do
it.
with it? No, what being the Mexican got to do with it? Because you know,
Whatever
it's
I
some
wanted to do
motherfuckers
with it.
out
Whatever
here
I
Bro, do
said
you
to the
that
Mexican.
realize?
it's some
I,
motherfuckers
I can
out
say
here
that.
that think we can't
I can
swim,
say
right?
that. Oh, I can't say he's
You
a
know, it's
Mexican. Is
some
he a Mexican?
motherfuckers.
Hey, yo,
Is he?
I
It's some
just need you to
motherfuckers that
soak
think
this
we
up in
can't
reality,
swim,
bro.
right?
If you don't believe
Huh?
nothing else, at least if you don't believe nothing else, at least believe the numbers, fam. That man threw 200 something more punches than Madrimov and only landed 11 of the 200. You a
That's
fucking
good.
loser, bro. You're a fucking
Okay.
loser. 11 out of
Okay.
200. If I gave
Okay.
you a gun, or pardon me, if you gave me a gun and you told me to hit you give me 250 shots. And I only hit 11 targets out of the 250 you left for me out there. Are you gonna trust me with a gun?
No, I'm gonna fail you. I'm gonna fail you.
You gonna fail me miserably, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna fail you. I'm gonna leave you alone.
All right. So what we doing? So what are we doing with Crawford here? Because those is Crawford stats.
Well,
What are we doing with
here's
that
the
guy?
thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
PC,
At
here's
the
the
end of
thing.
that
Oh my
fight,
God, he started
at
off with
the
a
end of
boxing
that
hacker
fight,
line.
with
It's
all
crazy.
these misses and all these stats, at the end of that fight, who
He
won
started off
the
with a
fight?
boxing hacker line. My
Who
fault,
won the
brother. Go
fight?
ahead.
Who won the fight? At the end of all that, who won the fight?
Yo, bro, you losing the fight right now. That's the problem.
No, I
But
ain't even shit because my point is never changed. My point is the same point. I don't give a fuck what Madrimov did. Can you do it?
Nah, look, I'm just putting it in context, man, because niggas be way too respectful for Bud. And if anybody else did the shit that this sucker nigga was doing, they'd be called a bitch, they'd be called a coward, they'd be called everything else. Right now, y'all slandering Tank for taking an exhibition match. And like an exhibition match that outpays everybody else's real boxing match. At least he ain't calling it the fucking fight of the century.
But who said that? Who's
That's
slandering
the
Tank?
fucking
I don't expect. Listen. Here's the thing,
I
right?
ain't saying
For
you.
me,
I'm not saying just
yeah,
you,
I was
brother.
gonna say.
I'm
I
just
was gonna
saying
say.
that.
For me, I don't slander
Say
Tank
y'all top
because
ranked
I don't expect
motherfuckers.
anything else from Tank. Tank told me. He told me in $1 million worth of game interview, I don't want them big fights. I don't care about belts. They bring me a contract. I look at the numbers. If the money's right, I'll fight. I don't care whose name is on. That's what he told me. So after he told me that, everything else he said is like Charlie Brown's fucking teacher. Wah, wah, wah. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Because he already told me what he's about. He already told me what he's about. So I don't expect nothing more from him. I don't expect him to try to be the greatest lightweight ever. I don't expect him to go after legacy and time.
He's still doing that though. It's crazy that he's still doing that.
MOB motherfuckers, money over belt.
Without no belts, he's still being
Actually,
the
I
greatest
hope
lightweight
after
ever.
this fight, he fights.
MOB
I hope he fights Manny
motherfuckers,
Pacquiao next.
money over
I hope he
belt.
fights Manny Pacquiao next. That's what I
Tell
want to
those
do.
broke
Fight Manny Pacquiao
motherfuckers
next.
that's fighting for legacy how much they gonna get. Tell them motherfuckers how they gonna pay their bills like 15, 20 years. Tell them legacy motherfuckers
That's all legacy. Floyd said that bitch shit that should never be
money
regurgitated by
over
any man.
belts.
So our legacy don't
What
pay
they
bills.
gotta
Like
do
fuck if it
now
don't.
is figure out.
Ali legacy
Money
damn sure
over belts.
paying Lala's bills. Or at
It
least it's
sure
helping
is.
out.
It's paying like
It's
a
helping out
Money
some.
over belts.
But look, let me ask you this: did they figure out what Atlanta gonna do about that fight? Did they figure that shit out yet?
Well, who?
Oh, they got it. What you talking about? The fight's still on. They got
Atlanta
what
said
they
they
gotta
wasn't
do
fucking with it.
is with the
Atlanta said they wasn't fucking with it.
Atlanta didn't say they weren't fucking with it. It's one
Yeah, they said
motherfucker
they
on the
gotta go to
board.
court, right?
It's
Ain't they
one
going to court?
motherfucker on the board that's holding it up. And they got a vote coming up on it because they went on and they waived their right and said they want to have a forward vote. Now, they get all they need is 3 votes in order for the fight to go ahead.
And when is that happening? When does the vote happen?
That's coming up in a couple weeks.
Okay.
1 or 2 weeks. Now, you've been misinformed.
How am I misinformed? I didn't fucking know. I was asking. I ain't
All
fucking
right.
know. That's what I'm
I thought you was about to start spreading some of that some of that bullshit that motherfuckers be talking.
No,
That come
I
out
don't
the
know.
Ring magazine.
No, I don't expect nothing from Tank, man. Tank is doing what Tank
Mike
does. I don't
Carpenter
expect
shit.
nothing from Tank.
Rick
Yeah,
Glazer shit. Rick Glazer
I don't
bullshit.
care
And
what
Mike
Tank does.
Carpenter
Tank is doing what
bullshit.
the fuck he does. Tank told me what he's about. Tank ain't never lied to me. I don't expect nothing from
Nope.
Tank. I expect Tank to do exactly what the fuck he's
Tank
doing.
about that money. He about that motherfucking money. That's
I
what
mean,
you in
but the
boxing
thing
for.
is,
Boxing is a
people,
business, right?
but
And when
look,
you got
people
when
acting
you
like
got
my fault,
sanctioning
bro.
bodies, when you got sanctioning bodies that sit around and play politics on who get the shot at what belt, the reason why I Tank like fuck them belts because them motherfuckers was trying to blocking Tank out for becoming undisputed. None of them motherfuckers that had them belts over there with Top Rank and Eddie Hearn didn't want to play ball with PBC and Tank. So what they do, go ahead and get the money. And they still doing that shit. That's the reason why he said money over belt. MOB.
I'm not against
I
money
mean,
over belts. The issue
that
is
only makes
the
sense when
issue
you
is
got
the
the talent, though.
opposition.
The
The
whole
issue
thing
is
is
the
that
opposition.
everybody's talent can't get those type of checks over a real fight. A lot of these motherfuckers is mad because the opportunity that he got with Jake Paul only came to Tank's desk. Shakur can't get that opportunity. Bud can't get that opportunity. Like all these other motherfuckers, they don't have the talent that warrants a 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollar check, let alone 100 or 200.
And another thing is, them motherfuckers are some B-side boxing bitches, yo. They B-side. They can't draw. They can't draw for shit. They can't. Bud can only draw in fucking Nebraska. Shakur can only. And they only can draw in their hometown. They
None of
only
that
can draw in
matters
their
now because he's
hometown.
there. It doesn't matter now because he's there and he got the $50 million check coming. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he got a check coming. I'm still looking at the fact that they got all of those empty seats.
Boy, soft as a
All
wet
them
wedding cake.
resell seats. They got all those resellable seats that Turkey and them went and bought up just so it could look like it's going to be a sellout. And do the same thing they did in LA Stadium where the motherfucking Dodgers played when he had that fight against Madrimov.
No, it wasn't no sellout. I was at that fight. It wasn't no sellout.
That wasn't no damn sellout, but according to Turkey, it
Bud is
was.
a sellout, though.
Yeah, he
None
a
of these fights
sellout.
are sellout.
Yeah, he a sellout. He could have signed. He could have signed with a. He could have signed with a black man at PBC, but he rather stay. He rather go here and sign with the Sand Cricket. You know what I mean? With the motherfucking Arab motherfucker that be like, "You're my employee. You do what I say. Watch him now." I bet he got Bud up in the hotel room wrestling on the floor.
He got the bag because he got the
He
bag.
got him a Saudi Arabian sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? To hold his hand, walk him in the ring, make him feel special, and pay him that money, that good money that his talents couldn't get him.
Hey, it's a picture going around of them holding hands. That's some funny shit to me. That's some funny shit to me.
All I care about is
I'm a buddy. Yo, I don't hold no nigga's hand. I give a nigga his handshake, and after that, we cool. Ain't nobody holding the motherfucking hand, yo. By the motherfucker rubbing your hand while you walking with him and shit. Swinging like a man and a bitch, yo.
I think in Nebraska they do that out there. I think in Nebraska it's real cold, so niggas get real close to each other out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really too awkward. You know what I'm saying? Out there,
So that would say why it's so natural out that motherfucker. Who knows what they do in them cornfields?
Man, oh my goodness.
I know
We don't even want to know.
I know one
We
thing.
don't even want to know.
I know one thing they do in them cornfields. I know one thing they definitely do in them cornfields.
Don't tell us.
I don't want to
Don't
tell us.
tell
They beat the
us.
shit out of the nigga from Dallas, Texas. They beat the shit out of niggas from Dallas, Texas. They beat the shit out of niggas from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we go.
right.
He talking
Hey,
about
man.
Spence again.
Tell the nigga, tell the nigga to do
He
it
ain't beat the
twice.
shit out of that Russian
Hey,
Come
nigga.
on, y'all gonna live on that
if he's
Spence.
really
He
nice.
ain't
Oh,
beat the
but
shit out
then
of that
again,
Russian nigga.
according to Bud, that's not the toughest fight he ever had. That's not the
It
best
wasn't.
fight he ever
You
faced.
watched it.
Shell,
You
you
watched
was
it.
at the
You
fight. You
watched
was
it,
at the
wasn't it?
Hold
You
on,
watched
Shell.
it, wasn't it?
You was at the Badgerball fight last
Yes, I
year.
was.
You ain't seen
Yes,
no
I
ass
was.
whooping in that fight.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
You ain't
hell
seen.
no.
No, I didn't.
You was there to witness
Hey,
no ass whooping
and here's
last
the
year
sad
from
part.
Bud
And
Crawford.
here's the sad part. And this is the sad part, right? Maybe the nigga with 10 fights was better than Errol.
Better than what?
Yep.
Hey,
The
shut
best
the
nigga
fuck
with
up.
10
Better than
fights
what?
is better than Bud.
Hold on. No, we gotta hear
Yep.
this. I get this on some round sound and everything. You said he was better than
I
what?
said maybe the nigga with 10 fights was better than Errol Spence.
Hey, all right, now, y'all, I want
Nah,
y'all to
come
all
on,
listen
get
to
the
this.
fuck out of
No,
here.
hold on. Listen to what he said. Not better than the nigga whose ass he whipped in the ring that we saw. He went all the way back to reach for a nigga that he wasn't even fighting. Not that he's better than Crawford, he's better than Errol Spence. That's the reason why he won. Do you see it? Do you see the type of sense these niggas don't be making?
What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
You said maybe Madrimov beat Crawford because he's better than Spence.
No.
Why didn't
I
he beat?
said no. Madrimov didn't beat Crawford. First of all, he lost.
Yeah, no.
You said.
Hey, yo, hold on. And let me fix that narrative. All right, so we know Eminem came out for who, right? Eminem came out for Terrence Crawford, right?
Mm-hmm. So what they
The
got to do
Eminem
with it?
concert was for Crawford. That's another thing. This is what I'm talking about. Nebraska shit. What type corny ass nigga listen to Lose Yourself? To lose himself. Like, who really does that? Aside from somebody who grew up in them trailer parks. But anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, my fault. I just had to go left field a little bit. But the point is that Madrimov, Bud came out second in that fight. Madrimov was a champion. Madrimov was a champ. No, I'm saying but Madrimov came out first in that fight. The shit was already rigged for Bud to win.
Oh
because the challenger is not supposed to come out second.
Hat, nigga. Hey, take off your tinfoil hat.
That's how Top Rank do it. He did it like Top Rank did.
They had to set it up for their little belt, you know.
Keyshawn against that bum ass motherfucker, he won his belt against, right? Remember that?
Well, why don't Tank do something about it?
Yeah.
Could have fought Keyshawn.
Well, you said, why don't Tank do something about it? Why Bob go ahead and make a motherfucking deal, nigga? Why don't the motherfuckers come over and bend the knee to the A side?
Look, every time, what I noticed is every time,
yeah, that's right.
Every time them bitch ass niggas leave PBC out and they get their ass whooped.
A side. That nigga A side. That nigga the A side, motherfucker. He the A side. That motherfucker gotta come over and bend the motherfucking knee. You want that? You want to fight? Come on over.
Every
just
time
like Shakur and bring his ass over here. And he been a free agent for the last couple months. Come on over.
Every time they leave PBC Island, they get their ass whooped.
Name one.
Danny Garcia.
Danny
Garcia trash. Both them niggas trash. What you talking about? And Sean Porter friends with Crawford. That's why he lost. That's why he lost this shit.
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder was never really a boxer. He just had one punch.
Every time them niggas leave PBC Island.
Spence didn't leave PBC, nigga.
What's the other nigga name? Charlo.
And you know what's funny is the fact you keep bringing up boxers who not even active. Earl ain't active. Deontay Wilder ain't active. Danny Garcia over here managing got his own boxing.
Danny Garcia got a fight coming up. He got a fight coming up in October. Danny Garcia fighting in October.
Against who? Who he fight?
Some bum.
He said some bum.
Yeah, that nigga, he's like a slower version of Canelo. He a worse version of Canelo. Like he do everything like Canelo. Got a big punch. You know what I'm saying? But he's much worse. Danny Garcia's trash. Who the fuck named him Swift?
But I'm talking about this PB bashing shit. Bash the black man company. Get on your knees for the sheep. That's
For the
the
Saudi
black man
Arabian, right?
company. Get on
They
your
love the
knees for
Saudi
Eddie
Arabian. That's
Hearn.
crazy.
Get on it. Get
Black
on your
man,
knees for that
the
biggest
black
squat.
man, the black
That
man that
biggest
was running the
split.
company when I was coming out
That's the
was one
black
of the biggest
man. But
motherfucking
go
snakes
ahead
in the
and
world.
praise
So
Bob
that shit don't
Hearn,
mean nothing
the
to me.
old slave master. Yeah, all
That shit
right.
don't mean nothing to me. I
And
ain't no
we see
slave.
who, and we know who the sellout is, right? We know who the sellout is, right? Yeah, all right.
All them clowns who couldn't get an American fan base in their own country, so they had to go to Saudi Arabia to do it.
All them
You
B-side bitches.
niggas need to
Like,
take your tinfoil
to
hats off
quote,
and them poopies up
to
under
quote my man, Coach Kenny, he the chic of the B-side bitches.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need to take them koofies off under them tinfoil hats you wear. all these pro-African niggas with pork chop sandwiches in their back pocket.
Yup. That's the motherfuckers that's the sellout motherfuckers. I ain't no pro-African motherfucker.
That's y'all niggas.
I ain't no pro-African motherfucker. I'm far from an African. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Nigga, I'm a Cherokee out of Carolina, nigga. You crazy. You got me fucked up. It don't matter. They do matter, nigga. A motherfucking African motherfucker sell your ass out quick.
By the black man. The Mexican gonna get his ass whooped Saturday night by the black man, and I'm be laughing.
The Mexican, you the pro-African motherfucker. You out here ready to jump in the ring and fight with Bud and shit. And that nigga the first one who said fuck the fans. He said fuck the fans. He called you a broke, he called black people broke motherfuckers. They ain't buying no fight, they some broke motherfuckers. He said fuck the fans. So a motherfucker say fuck me. You think I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna reach for him? No, fuck that motherfucker. Fuck me, nigga. Fuck
your
you.
boy Charlo said the same thing. Did you
You over there kissing that ass. Over there kissing that cheek ass. Holding his hand. Holding
Charlo
his
said the same
hand.
thing. You still kissing his ass, right?
Holding his hand.
Huh? Oh, you don't hear that?
Turkey over there having tag teaming. They over there tag teaming Turkey and
Charlo
shit.
told you the
Him and
same thing.
Shakur.
Charlo said, fuck you, broke ass nigga, and you still kissing Charlo's ass.
What are you talking about? Kissing Charlo ass? I ain't kissing Charlo ass.
He said the same thing you
What the
say,
fuck
Bud
you talking
said.
about?
Fuck you, fuck the
You
fans.
said that. I ain't no Charlo fan. I ain't no Charlo fan. I ain't no Charlo fan.
I damn sure ain't no Charlo
What the
fan.
fuck? I ain't no Charlo fan. I like to see that motherfucker. I wanted to see Bud go here and live up to his word and go for them niggas.
Yeah.
But did he?
On some real
No.
shit, on some real shit though, I wouldn't even hate Bud if niggas just kept it real. The only thing I hate is when niggas try to act like they something that they not. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit here and exalt yourself over everybody past, present, and future. And then at the same time, duck all of the legitimate competition that will really solidify your name. Like it's a reason why we don't respect this nigga. This is the only champion that has been talked about in the last 50 years. Out of all the weak ass niggas that we seen hold belts, this is the only champion that's ever been talked about like this in the last ever in my lifetime.
You
that
know
has
why?
just been disrespected.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is the reason why. Because that motherfucker haven't defended not one undisputed title he won.
Not one.
And at the same time, he sat back and let other fighters win and get all the belts while he keep one belt and then fight and win them all. He haven't did no heavy lifting.
That's some sucker shit, man. Like I just know that if Tank, but if Tank and Spence did that shit, they would be everything that we call in Bud. Know what I'm saying? But yet Bud is somehow 2-time undisputed. He don't got to defend nothing. He don't got to run no rematches. No, even Tony Harrison, and this is a prime example I like to bring up. Tony Harrison, Charlo was more dangerous than Tony Harrison. Anybody could see it. Everybody knows it. But Tony Harrison was a more methodical boxer. But Tony Harrison was man enough to run that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dog, fuck that. You think it was close or whatever? You want to cry in the ring and all that shit? Nigga, I'll beat your ass twice. And he lost the second time, but he was still outboxing him and having the same success. He was still giving Charlo the same type of problems that he had the first time. Charlo just landed that big shot. But my point being, if a Tony Harrison, who we know that doesn't have that pop to his punch or ain't really that dangerous, if he had the heart to run that shit back with Charlo, why would we alleviate Crawford of the responsibility to defend his straps against qualified competition? Why are we letting this nigga fight motherfuckers with 10 fights and giving him all of the credit that we would give Mike Tyson or anybody else for beating, you know?
Wasn't he trying to fight Earl? What happened with the Earl fight?
The fam, he was not trying to fight Earl. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up some more pussy shit from this nigga that y'all don't want to give him credit for being a bitch all the time. When Errol and Fundora was about to fight, he petitioned to intervene in between that fight and stop the Fundora and Errol fight, and then he backed out of the Fundora negotiation. What was up with that?
Yep.
What's the excuse for that?
Ain't no excuse. I pulled my trump card.
So we can say that's some sucker shit, right, Mr. Shelton Moore? That's some sucker shit.
Yeah, some sucker shit.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So we done laid out like good 8, 9.
But it got me. But it got me where I want to go. So fuck
right there. You see the odds? They got Canelo minus 192 over Bud.
That's because motherfuckers out there spreading them bullshit ass rumors. There's something wrong with Bud's shoulder. That's why.
Yeah, you know what that mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that shoulder shit mean?
Ain't nobody trusting that bullshit.
Nah. Look, they said
that bullshit.
Hey, they saying his shoulder hurt so he can get that therapeutic use exemption. That nigga gonna come in there looking like the Terminator.
So he been juicing. Yeah, he got that medical exemption.
Don't back up, David. Hold up, nigga. No, don't back up. You said both niggas were juicing, so it ain't no motherfucker.
What's the other one? What's the other one Marty put out? How they say, how his iron levels are low. So he got to boost his testosterone.
Mm-hmm. And now his shoulder hurt all of a sudden.
Nigga, both niggas were juicing, so it ain't no advantage.
Look, man, I'm from B-more. I don't fall for no motherfucking okey doke. That 52 fake out don't work over here.
You said both the niggas
ain't nothing wrong with that nigga shoulder, yo. That nigga full of shit, yo. Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, both of them motherfuckers shooting.
So what's the problem?
I can't put that on. I can't put that on Crawford. I can't put that on Canelo because the king of juice himself said that Canelo's a clean fighter.
Steak.
The
He's doing that the natural way. He eating that steak. He got that convertible steak. They got their own cow. He got to fill the cows. He shoot up with
I still don't understand what the problem is. If they both juicing, what's the problem?
No, it's just funny. It's comical. So if he do test positive, he got an excuse already. My shoulder was giving me problems, so my iron was also low, so they had to give me this so that to boost my testosterone. So we just let you know what the excuse going to be ahead of time.
It's 190. So Canelo's minus 192. What is Crawford plus what?
The motherfuckers rigging bets with that bullshit. They rigging bets. That's all that is. And that's what them Saudi motherfuckers be doing. Especially over there where they got you in an arena with only like 100 people, 150 people fighting. What type of shit is that?
What's that? He's
Turkey going over to the judge table, making the motherfuckers change their votes and shit on the fight, change their scoring around. That's some cheating ass shit, yo.
But he better hope that Turkey don't do that to him.
Man, you should have had Boxing Hacker up here to help you today.
Well, I don't need that nigga. That nigga
would have popped up there. I'm surprised.
You need frequent flyer to come in here and want to ask everybody a question every 5 seconds while you talking and shit. Let me ask you a question. You know them niggas getting paid, right? I bet you them niggas getting paid. They go around and do the same shit on everybody fucking panel show and shit.
Who you talking about?
Motherfucking frequent flyer, Boxing Hacker.
and then Rich be on that bullshit too.
Yeah, and they all pop up on T-Sit and Jab. They always pop up on that panel, yo.
I think they just got a lot of time on their hands. That's all.
Boxer Hacker with it sitting at his PC with his custom mic up to his mouth going, I want to see this. Everybody gets scared.
Well, it's obvious they don't work.
You can go ahead and pick away all your muscles. You can like shut it down, Cam. Oh yeah, KO on right now.
Yeah, I'm about to shut it down. I'm about to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Deuce about to be on too.
Hey yo, roll over the KO, yo.
I'll talk to you niggas later.
You already know.
Hey, let's.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, fellas. I appreciate you having me, Cam.
For sure.
All right, Sam. Peace, Sam.
All right, peace, brother.
One. All right, I catch up with you over there, Cam.
All right, for sure, Dave.
All right. Yeah. You like that picture?
Yeah, crazy.
Yo, that motherfucker been a free agent for the past 4 months, and he has not said Tank name not once. Has not said that he ready to fight Tank or nothing.
You ain't gonna hear it.
That nigga pussy, yo. He talk all that shit. As soon as it's deal on the table, he go ahead and he run to Eddie Hearn for witness protection. Yeah, I told niggas, yo, that nigga ain't trying to fight Tank. He already said he going right back to Turkey, yo.
Yeah, that's where it's leaning to for sure with this T.O. move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he said, after my hands heal, I'll be back. But all right, man, I catch you up over there. I gotta switch to my other headphones. All right.
Yeah.
Peace.
For sure. All right, man. This was another great motherfucking episode. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. Lit show today, man. I'll probably be back live Friday for the prediction show, man, for the fights, man. We're going to be breaking down all of the fights with the predictions for all of the fights. And, of course, Naoya Inoue anyway fight Sunday as well, man. So it's lit. It's been another great one, man. Salute to everybody that tapped in today, man. And for sure, the cook-up has been real, man. And we will see y'all Friday.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the sacred. You bust saying you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese, bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.